Tired of eating that barbecue from up the street? Where to give you more sauce than to give you meat? Well, bring your big ass down to Bruh's Barbecue, 15837 South Crenshaw Boulevard. That's right off Manchester. Bruh's Barbecue tastes so good, make you want to slap your mama. Don't it, Willie?
Yeah, boy. Hey, mama.
What the hell you want with?
Ain't but one location, so it's me and you. I'm tired of eating.
Tastes so good, bet you wanna slap your mama. Oh, what are you looking for? What's up? Oh, okay. There you go. What is good, everyone? What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome to the stream. Hope all of you guys are having a good one.
Whoa. Wait a minute, you mean the Switch 2 is actually doing good?
Whoa.
New Metroid trailer. What is going on?
Whoa. Tastes so good. Man, that taste was so good this morning, makes you want to slap your mama. Tastes so good, make you want to slap a grifter. Smells so good, makes you want to slap a grifter. Oh my gosh. Oh man, dude, that was I had to think about that opening for a little bit, about what bit that I was going to do, and I thought that would probably be the funniest. That was the funniest bit that I could do at the beginning. I was like, it tastes so good, make you want to slap your mama. Obviously, I'd never slap Mama Essence, never slap Mama Essence in my life, never would slap anybody's mama. But you know, it was a funny bit for what we're gonna talk about today. So I thought I'd put that in there at the beginning. I bet some of you guys thought, what the heck is going on here? Like, why is there, why are these people talking like that? Oh man. So anyway, let's get Justin. Thank you for the $3 striking that first Ninja Blood. Appreciate that. We got shout outs that we're gonna go over. Then we've got a lot of content, guys. So I'm thinking about, man, this is gonna be a long one. I might even extend it out an extra hour if we do pretty well here. So we'll see. We'll see, because we got a lot to talk about. But if there's nothing, then we'll see if we can hit our normal 3 hours with the extensions. Shout outs to Justin. Big love. Whoa. Switch 2's I bet you anything there'll be no update. Because that dude was writing articles. He was writing articles and talking smack to me beforehand. Quote tweeting me and all that. He ain't quote tweeting. He ain't quote tweeting now. I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened, bruh. I wonder what happened. Let's get into the shout outs though. Dior is here. What's up, Dior? General Zamora. J-Cat. What's up, J-Cat? Thank you for the 62 months. Oh my God, 62 months. I appreciate that, J-Cat. Let's go. Thank you so much. Tune in tier. Clabbin 94, 91 Gamer Boy, Daniel C, Elements Nullified. It's like a pokey rap. Ava Cook, Dank Meme Center X, Brand Smith. Let's see. Fall back on the patent topic. The old reliable. Party Man, Egomaniac. Let's see here. Mata, Brian, Rags, Orlando, Glenmore Legister. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Hyrule Warriors reviews as well. I might make a video on it too tomorrow morning, like going over, because like there wasn't a ton of reviews today. So I thought about doing like a review roundup, but I was so busy with all sorts of stuff. So yeah.
What a day to end my day off today.
What's up, Minato?
Already saw some laughable goalposts moving on Twitter, like IDK. One Cyclop weirdo say PS5 actually sold better than SW2 in its first year lol. Anyway, last day I can catch stream live by the way.
Maybe. Shout outs, Minato. Thank you for another $3 dono. Appreciate that. Yeah, that Cyclops guy, he's a complete grifter, weirdo, like Twitter psycho. So, I mean, I don't think we should take anything that he has to say seriously. Seriously, he's been caught doctoring footage. He doctored footage of Street Fighter 6, if I'm not correct. He doctored the footage and like swapped the footage of like the Xbox series S and like the Nintendo Switch 2 version. Like, he is legitimately NDS. Like, that might be the single worst case of NDS that I've ever seen in my life, is that guy. So I don't think we should bring him up. He's mentally unstable, like legitimately mentally unstable. So yeah, man, I wouldn't, yeah, it is what it is. Shout out to Monado, Mario, and Justin. Both of you guys tying up on the board here. Anybody that's 3 or more, you can beat them out. Monado, Mario, thank you for the 3. Shout out to Justin, thank you for the 3 as well. 6 on the combo board. Roger says the haters are crying tonight. Makes you want to slap your mama. How about them biscuits at Cracker Barrel? Let's go. Let's see here. Clabbit 9-4 with the symbolic dono. 1036 for 10 million, 10.36 million when it comes to the Switch 2 sales. I like it. I like the hit of messages there. Jungle Hijinks. Shout outs to my man Clabbit. Big Elite Ninja. Obviously awesome. Appreciate you, man. 16 on the board. Let's go. And of course, new stream Ninja stream. Hulk Hogan. Let's go. Sweeping the board here. The 1036. Anybody that's 1036 more, you can bet my man Clabbit. So yeah, the haters are crying tonight. Well, they're trying to figure out ways to spin and manipulate this. I haven't seen too many videos yet because it's going to be really hard to damage control 10.36 million, because to give you guys a little bit of a like a comparison, the Switch 1 sold around 5 million units in the same time frame, which was pretty good for the Switch 1. So in the first number of months, it was, did pretty good. 5 million in the first, little bit under, about 4 months, a little bit under 4 months. That's what Switch 1 did. Switch 1 did about that. So people are like, okay, that's pretty good. It's already on its way to beating out the Wii U, and on its way to beating out, like GameCube and stuff like that, right? So pretty good. But it's really hard to damage control 10.36 million in less than 4 months, because the PS5 and the PS4 did, I think, 7.5 or 7.8 and 7.5 respectively. So the PS5 and the PS4 are both 2 million units plus behind it. Now, I do think it's going to level out. Like, I don't think it's going to stay at this crazy pace. But it's still going to be pretty good. Like, it's still going to sell decently. I definitely feel that Nintendo should ride the Switch 2 as long as they can. Like, this generation should be long. It should be long. It should be a very long generation. And just put everything you got into making games for this platform, Let's see here. JCat with the 2 British pounds says Nintendo in shambles. Yeah, he's figuring out, because, like, he hasn't uploaded anything. I had to do a little check and also leave a little comment saying, like, about his honeymoon phase is over, when he was saying that the sales are done, nobody's buying it anymore. I had to drop a little comment like, man, this video aged like milk, because he's a liar. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's a guy that's that wants to catch fame on YouTube. He's definitely somebody has NDS, and he's a grifter. He's a flat out, I'm gonna manipulate things. I'm gonna act like I know financial sales data. He's gonna do that to try to get views on YouTube. He doesn't have to, because he can do his documentaries, but those take way too long,
Sup, brother? How you been?
What's up, B. Martin?
I haven't been to the streams in forever.
Nah, you good?
I've been super busy with life things.
You good?
I'll try and drop by and hang out in the chat more often.
Yes, sir.
But how about them Switch 2 numbers? I bet Nintendo is crying right now.
You guys are all talking about Nintendo. Yeah, man, because like I said, he's been one of the most vocal, liars that we have on this platform. Once again, not critiquers in terms of critiquing actual games and stuff. I don't have any problem with that. Let me just make sure I make that very clear. I have no problem with that. I have a problem with the lying, the sales manipulation. That's what I have a problem with. I have the problem with the sales manipulation, not him not liking the system or anything. I have a problem with him saying it's not selling. I have a problem with him trying to manipulate Japanese sales numbers, Pokemon sales numbers, stuff like that, like the clear dishonesty to clickbait. That's what I have an issue with. Not him just simply critiquing, So I want to make sure I make that clear. Shout out to B. Martin, though. Thank you for the $7.77. Lucky 7. We've already hit the first combo break We're close to the next one. Let me read off what Mr. Eric had to say. It's not a lie if you believe it. No, it definitely is a lie if you believe it. Wait a minute. No, the definition of a lie, the definition of a lie is something that is factually proven not true. You can believe something and your own beliefs can be clouded. So no, absolutely not. Like, you can believe the earth is flat, but the earth is not flat. It is round, and it's been proven that it's round. You can believe that humans do not breathe air, but that is false. Humans, breathe air. We breathe air. We need air to breathe. But you can think that we don't. You can think that we just breathe, I don't know, dark matter or something. But no, it's facts. So that's the issue that I have. I have the issue is the sales manipulation. If you're telling people that the system's not selling and that it's not doing well, and that it's just sitting on store shelves, and now the sales come out and it's sold the fastest in the history of gaming. It's sold faster than the PS4, faster than the PS5, faster than the Nintendo Switch 1. How does that make you look? It makes you look like a liar. He's clearly been lying. He's clearly been downplaying the sales numbers because like I said, he's found a grift on his channel to get views. And congratulations to him. Honestly, congrats to him for being able to get views on a grift. Hey, get it through hook or through crook, right? Like, I grew up in a pretty rough type of situation. I grew up with no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what it, how people feel when you feel like you got to be on the come up. You're going to do anything that you can. I've been around a lot of desperate people that are going to do anything that they can for money. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I completely get that. Now, did I fall down that line? Absolutely not. But I've been around a lot of people that, be slanging, be lying, be, doing all sorts of stuff in order to make what they can to get themselves in a better spot. So all this is, obviously, it's nothing illegal in terms of what he's doing, but it's definitely a lot of grifting and lying and dodging and damage controlling and weird stuff. When the numbers are now out there, it's very clear the numbers are what the numbers are. You can't damage control these numbers. You can't sit there and say you didn't know, because we all knew the system was selling well. We all knew that it was. It was very clear the system was selling very well. It was very clear that it was. So, like, I understand the hustle. I understand that. Like I said, I've been around a lot of people that are like that. But I've been around a lot of people that get called out when they're wrong too. So you got to be able to take one on the chin and be like, you know what? Man up. Man up and just admit you were wrong. Man up. Listen, man, it happened to me. I said the Wii U was going to do well. It didn't. I manned up and said I was wrong. You don't just keep fighting and fighting and fighting. Sometimes you got to man up and admit that you were wrong. I was wrong on the Switch 1. I manned up and said I was wrong. I was wrong on Tears of the Kingdom sales. I manned up and said I was wrong. Sometimes you got to be a bigger man. You got to man up and do the right thing. And if you're wrong on something, just admit it and move on with your life and do better. That's all you got to do. I'm going to give him some free advice right now, fam. Like, sometimes I get it. You got views coming in. You got money coming in. You got people on your side. It feels good. It's a dopamine rush. We've all been there before. When you get a hell of views on a video, you get tons of views, you get money coming in. We all been there before. Not everybody, but a lot of content creators been there before. But sometimes when you're wrong, and you just got to admit it. And the numbers now, there's no denying it. There's no denying it. The numbers are the numbers. There's no, there's no denying it. Let's see here. Yeah, it's gotten to the point, Orlando, that people are so shocked with these numbers that you've got people accusing Nintendo of lying and committing investor fraud, right? Like, straight up, what's that one guy, the Pharma Bro guy, like the Scarelli or whatever his name is? Straight up Pharma Bro fraud with investors, like straight up. Like, you've got people, Reddit threads and stuff that are accusing Nintendo of investor fraud with the numbers. Oh man, dude, it's crazy. Oh yeah, Enron, bro. What about Enron? Yeah, remember Enron back in the day? Switch one pretty much one way to outsell DS crazy. It's pretty much already outsold the DS because the numbers are as of September 30th, and it's only 10,000 units away from the Nintendo DS. And we from October that the Switch 1 has sold well more than 10,000 units. So it's actually already above. It's Nintendo's best-selling system of all time. I know it's still like not official because the what's it called? Because the Nintendo hasn't listed it. But if all you gotta do is just add up the Japanese numbers for that we know of 100% that are confirmed for Japan, and it's above the Nintendo DS. It's above it. Justin with the 3.
Honestly, I wouldn't usually care a lot about sales, but man, it feels so good after all the complaining and lying these people did. It just caused people to come after people who enjoy the Switch too. So in other words, it's time to throw the damn towel.
Throw in the damn towel! Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about it, man. I cover it because, like, you know, sales are sales. It's whatever, you know. I don't have any stake in Nintendo. I don't get nothing, you know, overall or at this point. So it doesn't matter to me in that type of sense, right? As long as it's doing good enough and we get games, that's cool. But I will say this, the better this system does, the more games we're going to get. Listen, I cannot count the number of developers I spoke to or the number of developers or PR reps that I talked to that stated that they had 0 plans for the Nintendo Switch 1, and then they saw the sales numbers and they scrambled. They all literally scrambled to port over old games from like Borderlands to Witcher or to, you know, whatever, all these games that had already been out. But literally, they all were not going to support the Nintendo Switch 1. They were just going to leave Nintendo. Like, legitimately, I mean, they already left Nintendo. They were just going to be like, screw it. We're not supporting them at all. They were going to pull a Wii U. I'm dead serious, guys. Like, it was going to be even worse than Wii U. Like, a lot of them just said, we're not doing anything. Like, outside of the ones that Nintendo already contacted beforehand, like Bethesda. I think they actually spoke to CD Projekt Red about The Witcher beforehand. But, like, Bethesda, there's a few companies that Nintendo spoke with to get some games. But honestly, the large majority of people that put out bigger games or third party, like, they had no intention on supporting the Switch 2 with anything significant. Maybe a game here or there, but there really wasn't going to be much at all. Now, obviously, the Switch 1. The Switch 1 didn't end up getting every single third-party game, but I'm telling you, if the system sales weren't there, it would have got a fraction of the games that it got. It would have got, like, if it sold like the Nintendo 3DS, I don't even think it would have got the games that it got. If it sold like 3DS, a lot of devs would have just been like, nah, I'm good, you know? Like, yeah, I'm good on that one. Like, a lot of devs were looking at those sales and said, okay, yeah, we're going to throw this on there, we're going to throw that on there. You know, obviously indie devs were, of course, attracted to the platform. So yeah. It says audio is cutting in and out. Is my audio cutting in and out? Okay, my audio keeps on cutting. All right, hold up. Give me a second. I don't know why my audio's cutting. Hold up. That's weird because my audio was fine today. I had no problem with it. In any of my videos, I had no problem. Rigo with the 5. Is it still cutting? Or is it still like... Because I'm reading good intervals. Hold up, let me see. Unmute your source. Mix it. Okay. Hold up. Sounds fine. Haven't heard any audio cuts personally. Okay. That's weird. Thought it was just me. Yeah, I opened the video and it was a fix. Okay, it might be YouTube acting a little ghetto with the encoding. Hey OJ, those numbers are fake. Don't you know Furukawa did the Infinite Tsukiyomi and this is a fake numbers? I know, seriously, Chrono Rig. They out here trying to... Some people out here really down bad, bro. They're really acting like the numbers are fake. Yeah, YouTube's tripping right now, guys. I'm sorry. Don't know why the audio was cutting, but my bad. What did you guys not hear? What did you guys like? What cut out so I can repeat what I said? Also overclock. Let's go. 30-minute extension. Let's get it.
Overclock Buster.
I think I just got around to playing Jungle Hijinks too. Sorry about that. My man Clappy. My bad. Big love, man. Shout outs, guys. Appreciate that. Next one up is at 45 on the combo board. We will have a 45-minute extension on today's stream. That's another argument. I don't care about Switch 2 sales or Switch 2 sales don't matter. Nintendo's still terrible. Bro, I'm telling you right now, man. Here's the reason why I also kind of care about it. Bro, these same people, do you want to know if this system was flopping? Do you want to know how many people would be like, this system's trash, Nintendo's the worst ever, they should go third party, haha, and laughing and pointing and laughing. Man, the same people that are saying they don't care about sales and why are you guys doing this and that, I'm telling you, the same people would be telling you how trash the system is. It can have the exact same lineup. It can even have more games. It can have whatever, right? And I'm telling you, they talk about how bad the system was. I was there for the GameCube era, bro. The GameCube was a cheap system. It had games. It was a good system. It was powerful. It had all sorts of stuff. And people still found ways to sit there, laugh, and point at and say, oh, it's trash. It's not good. There's no games. People like sit there and act like it's because of X, Y, and Z. That's a current thing. Man, this stuff is generational, bro. The same arguments that you have now are the same things what you're angry about. It's just a different thing that was 20 years ago when I was on the internet. I saw people say the same thing about the N64. I saw people say the same thing about the GameCube, about the, I mean, it's every system. They'll find something to say is bad, or something to say is the worst ever, or something to say is evil, or something to say is this. Like, when people try to sit here and act like it's some type of thing that's just now and it didn't happen, bro. There's been these crazy people from the beginning of time. There's been these psychos, bro. I've been around looking at online and looking at stuff for 30 plus years, man. Looking at talking to people back in the day, the console wars, and it never ever changes, bro. The only thing that changes is slightly the arguments based off the technology, but it's always going to be something. It's always something. If it's not one thing about a price, it's going to be something about how Miyamoto stole your sister, or took your sister, you know, and when I'm, you know, stole your cat or something. It's always the same thing, bro. Jazzy Jefferson with the 5 says, but OJ, whoa. Switch to haters and detractors. Been very quiet or moving the goalpost again. Moving the goalpost. People would be having a field day. People would be having an absolute field day if these sales were terrible. They really would. They really would. Shout outs to Michael Guerrero. Thank you for the subscription. So I'm happy that we don't gotta give. I was in the Wii U era. I saw how people, like, the Wii U wasn't even, like, when it comes to prices of games or anything, people still found ways to say that it's overpriced, it's bad, it's too expensive, Nintendo's out of touch. No matter what, it doesn't matter what they do, they're always going to say certain things. Bro, I was in the Wii U era. They had a system that was $350 or $299. People said that's too expensive. They had a system that initially launched with third-party games. Oh, I don't want those third-party games. They're overpriced. The first-party games aren't good enough. They're taking too long for first-party games. People found every single way. And it's not even like we had $70 games. We had free online. We had cheap discounts. We had virtual console. We had all these things that people are sitting there and saying, this is the reason why I'm angry. Wii U had all that. And there was still reasons why the system was the worst system ever known to man. It was the worst thing and nobody should buy it, right? So when people try to sit there and say it's because of it, I'm like, bro, y'all would just find something else to be angry about, just like everybody else was in the N64 era, in the GameCube era, in the Wii U era, in like every single era. There's always something. So yeah, I don't buy it when people say, oh, it's because of this. I'm like, bro, you find something else to be angry about. Your brother or your uncle, or it's like I said, it's a bloodline, bro. It is a bloodline with this stuff, man. They'll find something else to be mad about. And I'm not saying that it's not like legitimate critique. I'm saying to be super angry and say that it's not going to sell or whatever the case. I'm talking about that, you know? So let's see. Have you ever heard people make up reasons why MJ and Brady aren't the GOAT? They're ridiculous and it's the same. Yeah, I mean, I can see parallels between people that are trying to say like LeBron James is the GOAT, or that, you know, Tom Brady's not the GOAT. And yeah, they look ridiculous. Clearly Tom Brady's the GOAT. Clearly Michael Jordan's the GOAT. And it's like, not even close, you know? Now that's more opinion. This is obviously more actual hard numbers. And basketball and football are team sports. It's a bit more subjective. But if you truly look, which by the way, I watched pretty much all of Michael Jordan's career, and I've watched all of LeBron James' career, and the difference is striking. Michael Jordan is better, and he's better in multiple ways. Like, Michael Jordan is better. He's just better, okay? He's just better. He's just better. And I love LeBron James. I think LeBron is great, but there is a gap between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. There is a gap. There is definitely a gap. Not that it's a bad thing. There's a gap between Michael Jordan and a lot of other players, okay? It's not just LeBron James, but LeBron James is very good. He's a very, 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 very incredible player. He's very good. He's better than most people that ever played, but he's not better than Michael Jordan, and he was not a better player than Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan won 6 titles with 2 3-peats, and that's never been done again in the NBA since it happened 30 plus years ago. So yeah. And Tom Brady won 7 Super Bowls. So there you go. And been to like 10, right? Or something like that. Or been to like 9 or however many he's been to. So yeah. Says Team 5 LeBrons versus Team 5 Jordans. Jordan team way too tiny. LeBron can play all positions. Jordan played in the era of giants with guys that were the 7-footers. David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, and more hardcore defenders. What are you talking about? Jordan beat all of them. So Jordan beat every single one of them. Jordan beat the bad boy Pistons. Jordan beat the Showtime Lakers. Jordan beat all of them. Can I get a song? Because I did a don't know. Monster Hunter Stories 1 field battle. Yes, I can get that for you. Monster Hunter Stories. Shoutouts. Michael Strahan Gap. Yeah. Shoutouts to GOAT. What's up, man? Welcome. Let's see here. Longevity is one thing, and that's great. I give it to LeBron for longevity, but I am looking at pure essence. That's why we're called Player Essence here. I am looking at pure essence, and the essence of Michael Jordan is one thing. You know, the essence is there. It's like when you look at greatest of all time, do you only look at longevity? Of course not. But to me, Barry Sanders is the greatest running back of all time. Some people say Emmitt Smith, but Barry Sanders, he didn't play for very long. But for the 10 seasons that he played, he was legitimately the most dynamite, electric running back of all time. You know what I'm saying? So to me, Barry Sanders is the greatest running back of all time, even though he didn't play as long as Emmitt. He didn't play as long as maybe some of these other guys that are up there. But to me, he's better because those 10 seasons were legitimately the greatest thing that I've ever seen. And it's kind of the same thing with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan had a 10-season stretch where he was legitimately the greatest thing that you've ever seen. From 1990 to or 1988 to 1998, he was legitimately the greatest basketball player that was almost unbeatable. That was legitimately almost unbeatable on the court. And I don't want to talk, I'm not turning this into basketball, guys, but I'm telling you, if you did not watch Michael Jordan play from 1988 to 1998, he was feared as like legitimately a demigod or something. He was intimidating. He could not be beat. He commanded presence, and he won 2 3-peats in a row. And he retired a couple seasons in between because somebody cowardly murdered his father. And if he didn't retire in between those, he could have had 2 more in between that. Or maybe 1 more in between that. So, no. Michael Jordan is, like I said, there's never been a more dominant 10-year stretch than Michael Jordan had. It was the most incredible stretch that I've ever seen in my life. And like I said, you had to be there. People were scared of him. The bad boy Pistons, he got buff, and he beat the bad boy Pistons down. They were fouling him, clotheslining him, doing all this crazy, hitting him with Machamp clotheslines, you know? Pokemon, they were beating him down, dude. He said, screw you guys, I'm going to get bigger. Beat the bad boy Pistons, beat the Showtime Lakers, beat the Larry Bird Celtics, beat all of them, then beat Clyde the Glide, then beat, like I said, Showtime Lakers, then beat the Phoenix, Charles Barkley's MVP season 60-plus win Phoenix Suns team with all-stars all around. Then he went again, beat the Seattle Supersonics, and then beat the MVP, Karl Malone, and Johnny Stockton. Then he beat them back-to-back. Stop it. Stop playing around, guys. Let's stop playing around, okay? Let's stop playing around. Let's stop playing around here. It was the most dominant 10-year stretch ever. Anyway. All right. Oh, by the way, he won 10 scoring titles, too. 10 plus scoring titles? Yeah. And also a ton of all defensive first teams. Stop it. Let's stop playing around here, guys. It's like the sales numbers of the Nintendo Switch 2. You can sit there and try to say, oh, well, there's this or there's that or this. Let's just stop. Let's cut the BS. The numbers are the numbers. 10.36 million in less than 4 months. That does not include the Pokemon Legends ZA bundle. That does not include October, which some people were saying, oh, well, the PS5 outsold the Switch 2. Bro, I don't care if the PS5, I don't know if it did. It's VG Charts numbers. I don't care if it outsold it or not. PS5 is selling good. That's not the point. The point is that it's selling good and people were waiting for that Pokemon Legends ZA bundle, because what happened in Japan the first week of Pokemon Legends ZA in Japan? What happened to those sales numbers? What happened to those sales numbers? It was like Michael Jordan. Boom. Championship. 6 million in the first 4 days. And then after that, what did they do? 200,000 units plus 201,000 units in Japan in 3 or 4 days. By the way, that 201,000 was more systems that they sold in Japan for the whole month of September in 1 week of Pokemon Legends launch. What do you guys think is going to happen in the holiday season when Nintendo truly bulks up? Because remember, there was that production thing from Bloomberg that they upped it to 25 million. What do you guys think is going to happen? They sold 200,000 units in 1 week in Japan. 201,000 in 1 week in Japan, which actually beat out the whole total for September. Let's stop lying to these people.
So the Switch 2 isn't selling out, so the shipped numbers could completely inflate what customers are actually buying this early on in a console's life cost. When you look at Saudi Arabian sales and cross-reference it with the flight cost, you get declined.
Yeah, I mean, when a dude brings up Middle Eastern sales and stuff like that, bro, that's when you know they're cooked. That's when you know that they're grasping at straws and hoping and praying that the grift will somehow back them up. But there is no more grifting. There is no more. I mean, you can lie. They're going to lie. They're going to try to find ways. And guys, this is not about glazing. This is about telling the truth. The reason why I'm being funny and defiant about it is because I don't like lying. I do not like lying. Once again, I have not made any type of argument against people that just have straight up, I don't like the $80 Mario Kart, or I don't like, the fact that the $20 DLC packs, or I think that there should have been more of this. Like, that's fine. Critique is fine. I do it myself too. But let's not lie about sales. That's the only thing that I'm saying, fam, because it leads to NDS. Lying about sales is one of the early symptoms that you have NDS, and that you're liable, or you're liable, or the potential to lie about more things is possible, especially if you have a channel, and you can start manipulating things and people will believe you, because a lot of people are really stupid. So that's the only reason why I don't like lying about sales, because sales numbers, it's one thing to have an opinion, and an opinion is an opinion. Everyone has one, but sales numbers are supposed to be looked at as facts. Sales are that. So when you start trying to manipulate and fudge those to fit your goal or your narrative, that I think turns people even a bit. It lights off a little bit of a twitch in them. That, oh, now I can go even harder on this. I can be even crazier. It lights that up, because now you feel like you have numbers to back up your insanity. You know what I'm saying? Like, to back up your mental illness. So I think that's the issue that I have with it. Outside of, I just don't like people lying, So yeah, man. Says, yes, Switch 2 flopped in South Sudan. Cardusan, what's up, man? Shout outs, man. Thank you for the support. Jordan's going to end no player pull off 2 3-peats in their career. It'll never happen again. Yep. Exactly. Credibility goes out. That's what I'm saying, Superpower. Once again, regular critique is fine. I want to make sure that I'm very clear. Very, very clear with that. I don't care about that. I ain't said nothing to nobody that has ever been like that. That's cool. I can understand. I mean, I don't have to agree with everything. There's some things I don't agree with, but that's fine too. Who cares if I don't agree? It's an opinion. Nobody cares. But what I do care about is making sure I get you guys the right information. Listen, guys, it's sold what it's sold. That's it. Like, it's sold what it's sold. Now let's get to Donkey Kong Bonanza, because there was a lot of stupidness with this too. I saw people I saw weirdos on Twitter. I saw somebody who keeps on trying to get me involved in their complete nonsense. I already Hidan and Kakuzu'd this person. I don't know why you keep on trying to tag me and get me involved in his BS, bruh. No mas. No mas. No more. I don't want any more of it, okay? We already Hidan and Kazuku'd you. There ain't no reason for me to go back to this. We already cooked you, fam. We already did it. So I don't got nothing to say. But I saw this because Nintendo Prime responded to it. So I'm just thinking like, oh my goodness. Talk about Donkey Kong Bonanza, this and that, and I don't think it's going to sell. It's like, bro, nobody cares what you think if it's going to sell or not. Obviously, it was selling. Bro, the numbers are there. We saw the numbers in Japan. We saw the numbers in Europe. We see the UK. We see the European, the French numbers, the Spain numbers. All of them had Donkey Kong Bonanza at the top of the charts. We see the MPD numbers. We see Nintendo Switch numbers. We see the eShop numbers. We see the Amazon numbers. People think that I just make this stuff up because I'm trying to just, because I'm a fanboy shill. They think I just make this stuff up like I'm just doing it because I'm hoping and I'm praying and I'm, please, please, let me click my heels 3 times and let me get a wish that a Donkey Kong Bonanza does wee well, and then Nintendo will notice me, senpai. Like, bro, I'm just going off of the information that is publicly available. That's all I'm doing. So when people say, oh, that's not gonna, bro, we could tell that it was selling well. We knew it was going to sell well. There was a lot of hype behind the game. The reviews of the game were really good. There was tons of people talking about it on Twitter. There was tons of people buying it on Twitter. There was tons of people buying it on Amazon. There was tons of people buying it on the eShop. It's in the top eShop charts. The whole, like, this is all public information. The Twitter stuff don't matter as much, but the eShop charts are all there in every region. You can look at any region's eShop charts. You can look it up. You can see it. You can see Japan. You can see the US. You can see UK. You can see it. And Donkey Kong Bonanza's up there in all the eShop charts. You can see the Amazon sales. You can see the physical sales in Japan, and you can see them in the US. You can and in Europe. They're all publicly available. Okay? So there's no reason to be dragged into, oh, I don't think Donkey Kong is going to sell, and they're all this. It's like, bro, nobody cares what you think. I don't care what you think. Nobody else cares what you think. The results are the results. It's selling well. Like, we can see that it was doing well. Oh man, I forgot to remove that. That one kind of got me too.
Don't forget also that to do an inverse yield curve and divide it by pi. Cross-reference that with the cheaper Switch 2 prices in Japan, and then Astro's Playroom sold 77 million copies, so divide that by Wonka's factory and Pal World legal expenses. Decline.
So it's like, I don't care that some people don't think a certain game is not gonna sell well. Like, that's irrelevant. I don't care. I do not care about anybody who thinks about, okay, if you don't think a game is gonna sell well, then you don't think a game is gonna sell well. I don't got nothing to do with that. Who cares? The game sold well, sold 3.5 million. It's a good game. Of course it was going to sell well. It's a quality Nintendo exclusive. We saw the numbers. We saw the initial sales in Japan. We saw the debut. It was doing good. We saw the eShop. Like, there ain't nothing to, this is not a shill thing. This is a factual reporting thing. People will pay for a high quality exclusive. I see some people saying it's not worth 70. Okay. Nobody said Astrobot isn't worth 60 though. That wasn't a thing. Donkey Kong Bonanza has double the content in terms of time to beat overall. So plenty of people think that it's worth more than Astrobot, okay? So it is what it is. Like, Astrobot's worth 60, sure, for some people. It might not be for everybody, but I don't care if somebody says it isn't or not. But I'm not going to be dragged into conversations about sales numbers of stuff that we know that it's doing well. Like, it's very apparent and it's very clear that it is. Nintendo fans will pay 70 for the game, and it's not like Nintendo's dropping massive first-party games, you know, every single month, to where, like, at least when Donkey Kong came out, we had Mario Kart World and we had Donkey Kong Bonanza. So there was like, okay, this is the next big game to buy. So people were like, all right, I'll buy it. And people are still buying it as sales are growing steadily according to Nintendo. So that's just, it is what it is. I don't understand why people get so angry and make all these different types of statements and stuff about something that's clearly going to sell well. You know, it's not like... You know, it's not like Donkey Kong Bonanza was trash and like it's reviewed bad and it offered no content and it offered no game. Like, so that's just silly arguments. There ain't no reason to talk about stuff like that. Like, in my opinion, at least, let the game come out. Let it do what it does, man. Like, let people, if you want to buy it, you buy it. If it's too expensive, then don't cop it. Buy something else. You know, like it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You don't gotta go into diatribes and all these other things. Like, that's what I do, man. If something, for me, Ghost of Tsushima, am I buying that for 70 or 80? Because if you actually want all the DLC or all the content, you need to buy it for 80. Am I buying that for 80? Nah. Not because I don't think it's worth 70 or 80 for other people. It's just not worth 70 or 80 for me. But I'm not gonna sit here and make videos and get mad and say that it doesn't have the content or this and that or whatever. Nah, it's worth it for other people. It's worth, let them enjoy. A lot of people work hard for their money. If they want to spend it on a game, that's fine. You go out to a movie, okay? A movie might cost you $20 to $30 for 2 hours. Or even $20 for an hour or something. When it comes to entertainment value per price, obviously a $40, $50, $60, or $70 game is significantly better than what you're gonna get. So if you buy a game for 70 and you put 50, 60 hours into it, you clearly got your money's worth in time if you equate it to any other media for the most part when it comes to entertainment. Or you go to an NFL game, how much does an NFL game cost? It's gonna cost a lot to go to an NFL game. Now it's live and in person, and obviously it's a different experience, but it's gonna cost you a lot. And those games last what, 3 hours? You know, maybe 3.5 tops if it goes long. And you're gonna spend hundreds of dollars. I wanted to go to a Niner game this year. I saw the price for the tickets that I wanted, and I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll go next year. Everybody's hurt anyway. I saw them prices for Santa Clarita or whatever. I was like, you know, I want it to be right at the 50 midfield, and I want it to be a little bit lower so I can really kind of get a good look at the players and how they play. And I saw the prices for that ticket against the Rams. Forgot what team. It was one of the. I think it was either LA or it was one of their home games that they had. And I saw the price and I was like, yeah, I'm good. I was like, yeah, I ain't paying that much to go watch Mac Jones go play. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mac Jones is great, but I ain't paying that much to watch Mac for 3 hours. Hell nah, got me tripping. I'm a big Niners fan, you know. So yeah, man. Let's see. Don't worry, LG. Someone's trying to create a narrative that 3.5 million Bonanza is low so far. People already did that. Yeah, people already did that. Let's see here. Yeah, don't listen to DK Bonanza. LJ, they just mad. Switch to Soul Tech. I mean, I think that's really what it comes down to. People are just upset. Shout outs to Dean's brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the double fives. We're at 51 on the combo board. 45-minute extension combo break unlocked. Next one up, 60. We're almost there.
Overclock
Oh my gosh! I gotta remove that Halloween thing.
Circumference of Earth moves is always in motion, so if you factor that in the shipping costs and carry over by the amount of 25-year-olds who saw the Mario movie, only 30% of those bought DK Bonanza. Subtract that from total Switch sales. Decline.
You know what? That is true. You are right about all of that. You are right about all of that. That is 100% true. 100% true when it comes down to that. Yes. Shout outs to Dean's brother. I appreciate that. That is kind of like how he be doing his videos though. He be talking so much and talking around his own he be creating lore. He'll like take an article, create lore around that article, make another thing around it, say there's this thing, say he saw some videos talking about how there's a buyer's remorse, bring up a bunch of other things, and by the time the end of it, people that are really dumb, you know what I'm saying, and like maybe got dropped on the head a time or two, like ooh, they get like their eyes start swirling like the video games or like the cartoons. They start getting sucked into it. The next thing you know it, you're in Griff land. You're in complete Griff land. Like, you know, like when they go hypnotizing people, like drowsy. You know, they go, ooh, ding, ding. Next thing you know it, you're completely brainwashed. You're completely hypnotized. No, I'm joking. I'm joking around. He ain't brainwashing nobody. I'm joking around. Shout outs though. I appreciate it. Big love, though, to Dean's brother. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 5. That does get you at the top of the Hokage board. Yo, we out here. Let's go, man. I appreciate that. 15 on the combo board for Dean's brother. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, but I am interested to seeing, you know, how the spin on this one's going to be. Hey, fastest selling system of all time before the holiday season. Because, you know, like, if you look at the PS4 and the PS5, those launched during the holiday. So, obviously, everyone was, like, rushing to buy one. Like, oh, man, the holiday. Switch 2 hasn't even hit a holiday yet. So, so that's interesting for sure, you know? Interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how it does this holiday. Let's see. Thank you for the passion, OJ. You're saying how it is, and this day and age, it's important to hold the line. Hold the line! Grifters are like, Eeyore, you can say it's a beautiful sunny day and say, but tomorrow's gonna rain. Look, the Switch 2 sold 10.36 million units, but it's still a flop. I know, seriously. Bring the Ninja Peach back? Alright. Ninja Peach coming back. I know, we gotta bring it back. We gotta bring it back.
Your content sucks. You know Nintendo is lying about their sales. We all on Reddit know it is. No company who's this anti-consumer would post their real sales. Nintendo is trash and y'all are eating the slop they feeding y'all. Shut this stream off.
That sounds so much like Twitter. That sounds so much like Twitter. To Nintendo. Shout outs to Nintendo hater. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. I don't mind this type of trolling. This type of trolling is good. Attach it to a Ninja Peach and we're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, do that and we're good. We're also good with the Noah and Meal flying through the skies. Shout outs. He said the rent payment looking real bad for the grifters. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to find other ways to get around. I'm pretty sure that they will, man. Like, a lot of grifters, man, they crafty folk. You know what I'm saying? They crafty, bro. They real crafty. So they'll probably try to find a way. They'll find where there's a will, there's a way. You know? Once again, if you're not a Nintendo Switch 2 liar, I'm not talking to you. So don't take it the wrong way. If you're someone that just critiques the games, feels that the games aren't very good or whatever the case is, or you don't like some of the prices or stuff, I am not talking to you. So do not take it that way. I am talking to people who lie about sales numbers. So there's only a few people. People know. There's only a few people that do that. Because there's only a few people that have the cojones to do it. Because they think that they're smart enough, but they're actually not. These numbers prove it. Remember, buyer's remorse. Remember, satiated sales. Remember, nobody's buying the system anymore. Remember all of these things, guys. Remember, this is what was said by certain people. Remember that. They were trying to tell you, and then if you criticize that and say that they're not right, people would call you shill and say that you've got, you're doing stuff to Miyamoto. I got called that today. I had people saying you're this and that, and you're doing all this weirdo stuff to Miyamoto and all this, and I'm a happily married, straight individual, and they're saying stuff that doesn't align with what I like to do personally. So no hate against people that do like to do that, but I don't want to say it because it's vulgar, but you guys know what I'm talking about. They're saying all this stuff about me and Miyamoto and other things, and I'm like, this is how mad these people are getting right now. They're so mad that their grifters let them down and gave them wrong information that the only thing that they can do is resort to sitting there and saying that I'm doing stuff with it's obviously a figure of speech with them, but you guys know what I mean. So yeah. Let's see, if I were intending, I would just go and have a debate with OJ and settle it, but we know that's never gonna happen. Nah, it's not gonna happen, especially now. Oh man, it's gonna look bad now. Like, hold up, didn't you just say that it's not selling? Didn't you just say that nobody's buying the system? Didn't you just say that the sales have slowed down and nobody wants it? That's before Pokemon, by the way. Hey, what's up, Vice? Seeing Xenoblade 3 makes me want to see the next Monolith soft game. Yes, sir. Shout outs to Vice. Vice195 is here. Shout outs to Vice. Dreamcast guy admitted he was wrong about Switch 2. I respect that. A lot of... Bro! We all said here when people said, OJ, why don't you go after Dreamcast guy? I'm like, dude, he's just gonna say that he was wrong anyway. What do you mean? That's the reason why. He's my homie, and I'm not gonna go after him. But there's no point, because we all said the same thing. Yeah, he's just gonna say I was wrong later. We already knew this. We said this 2 months ago. We all said this 2 months he's just gonna say I was wrong in videos or in a video, and of course he did, you know. So it's like we all said, people are like, why aren't you going after Dreamcast guy about that? Because he's your home. I'm like, no, that's not it. I'm telling you guys, he's just gonna make the I was wrong video later. So we already knew. Like it's like he did it with Switch 1. You know what I'm saying? He's done it multiple times, so I already knew he would. That was like a given. It's like a tried and true. It's a tried and true way of getting things done. You know, when you make a lot of hot takes that are probably gonna be wrong, just say I was wrong. You know, just. So we already knew this was gonna happen. Let's see here. We were literally saying that beforehand. They're like some people were like, you have to go after your. I'm like, nah. Like, dude, he's just gonna say he was wrong later. So it's all good, you know. Oh my gosh. Had an idiot on Twitter say that Sonic Crossworlds is out. So like, bro, Sonic Crossworlds is getting, man, it's getting curb stomped right now, fam. Like it's. I no hate towards it because I might be playing it coming up. I'm gonna be playing it coming up here pretty soon for like a vid, but like I'm not trying to hate on it, but I'm just talking purely about sales. Sonic Crossworlds is getting stomped. I think that there's two big mistakes that they made. Two big mistakes with Sonic Crossworlds. One, they probably shouldn't have went after Mario Kart World as hard as they did. I think that they should have just left that alone because the problem is that Sonic fans are like. Nintendo fans are immature. A lot of us are immature. But, like, people online are incredibly immature. And I think that the problem is that you unleashed people that got so annoying that I think that it caused some to not buy the game. So I think that was the first mistake. I think that doing that commercial, I thought it was funny, but I'm mature enough to not take that personally, you know, and to be like, all right, cool, it's all fun and games. You know, it doesn't affect me, you know, like overall, like I'm going to get the game at some point, you know, don't get me wrong. Like it did make me think a little bit like, man, these people are annoying as hell, but I'm still going to get the game. I'm still going to play it. But I think that there's some people that are petty betties, petty Nintendo betties. You know what I'm saying? Petty Nintendo betties. And they're like, man, screw you guys. Now, obviously most people don't care and they're not on Twitter and they didn't see that. So a large majority of people didn't. But when you're talking about Sonic, that's a lot of the online base. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was maybe a bad idea. The second thing is not having a Switch 2 version ready. I think that, and that could be Nintendo's fault as well. Dev kits and all that type of stuff, you know. But not having a Switch 2 version ready, I think that was a bad idea. I think that was a really bad idea. So, yeah. Those are the two things. I ignored the game out of spite. So there you go. Andres says that. Now, once again, we're the small minority. I'm not going to sit here and we caused it to sell, you know, 2 million units less. But I do think that in a game like that, you need every bit. And I think that if they would have taken an approach as a +1 to Mario Kart World, like, oh, you've played Mario Kart World, that's great. You know what I'm saying? You're going to like this game too. Like if you would have taken it as a +1 instead of a replacement, I think it would have been better. And I think that was the problem that they did. They were aggressive. You know, the Sonic guy, he did say at the Game Awards or whatever it was, the Summer Games Fest, he's like, this is the only racer, you know, and he basically was mentioning Mario Kart. So they were aggressive in their marketing, like, against Mario Kart, and I don't know why. Like, you're never going to replace Mario Kart. You probably should have just did it as like a +1. It's like, oh, Mario Kart's already been out for a number of months. Just check out this game, you know? If you did it like that and did it as a +1, I think it would have done a little bit better. I think it would have done a little bit better. But once again, it might have made no difference at all either. So yeah. I don't think Switch 2 will pass Switch 1 in sales, but I do think it'll at least pass N64 in sales. It's gonna be way past the N64, Mark. You're not saying anything important there. It's already sold 30% of the N64 sales in 4 months, my man. It's literally sold 30%. It can actually be within the first year. It will be at around maybe, if it sells around 19 to 20 million unit sales, which Nintendo's projecting, then that's gonna, I mean, it's gonna be within what, 60% of the N64's total overall sales in the first 9 months. So I mean, like, yeah, I mean, yes, it's gonna outsell the N64. Yes, it's going to. I'm petty, Nintendo Betty. I think Sonic Racing Crossworlds is dog trash. I know you're petty, Nintendo Betty, Nukem. Oh man, not having to switch to edition day and date was foolish and should have delayed the game. I don't know about a delay, because the more you delay it, the more you get into Murderer's Row. Because then you move into October, you move into Pokemon, you move into Ghost of Tsushima, you move into some pretty beastly games. But I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying, but yeah, that's tough. I mean, then again, I mean, the Switch 2 version is not ready till like what, next year? I don't think it's gonna be ready till next year, so I don't think they can move it then. Move it all the way till then. I don't know. And like, we still have the holiday coming up, so if there's a price drop, I think a price drop with Sonic Racing Crossroads is gonna do some wonders. So if they drop that down to like maybe $50 or 40, 50 bucks for the holiday, or even 30 bucks for the holiday, I think it's gonna do significantly better. I think it's gonna do a lot better with some price drops. Let's see here. That's why I said at least. I mean, clearly it's going to be way above it, though. Like, that's not... Like, what you're saying, it's too big of a gap for it to be taken seriously, Mark. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, N64, I mean, yeah, that's going to sell more than the N64, bro. Like, it's definitely going to sell more. That's like me saying, oh, it's going to at least sell as much as the Wii U. I mean, yeah, of course, it's going to sell as much. What you're saying isn't, you know... Like, it's not relevant right now, bro. We all know it's going to do more than that. I mean, of course, I don't think it's going to sell as much as the Switch one. The Switch one could end up the best-selling system of all time. Like, we'll see how the holiday plays out, but if the Switch one can get to 57 million, 56 million at the end of this holiday, like, it could definitely move 2 to 3 million units worldwide. Like, I think that's not a bad number for the Switch one. So if it moves, like, let's just say 3 million units by March of next year, that's going to put it at, what is that, 150? That's going to put it at 157 million units. So it would just need about 3 million units left, right, to outsell the PS2. So they can get that over the course of the rest of the year or the next couple of years. They'll eventually sell that. So, yeah. So, I mean, saying that most systems aren't going to sell 160 million or 155 million. So when people say I don't think it's going to sell as much as Switch 1, I mean, it's like also another, no offense, Mark, but it's also another duh. Just like I don't think the PS3 is going to sell as much as the PS2. I don't think the PS4 is going to sell as much as the PS2. I don't think the PS5 is going to sell as much as the PS2. I don't think the PS6 is going to sell as much as the PS2. Yeah, none of those are probably going to sell as much as the PS2. You know, and nobody says that. I have not heard a single person say when the PS5 was coming out, well, I don't think it's going to sell as much as the PS2. And I didn't hear people say that with the PS3 either. I didn't hear people say that with the PS4 either. It's like, seems like with Switch, okay, we got to bring that up. I mean, yeah, clearly, yeah, it's probably not going to sell as much as one of the greatest selling systems of all time, if not the best selling system of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's tough. That's not easy to do. Most systems don't. The large majority of systems don't. So don't expect it to. You know, don't expect it to. George FT with the $10 dono. And says, Watch Nintendo said that Switch 2 exceeded expectations, but grifters will tell you why Nintendo doesn't actually believe that. I don't think, like I said, I don't think that you can grift this one, because I have seen a surprising lack of bad takes from content creators that were saying that it was flopping. Like, a lot of them are silent. That's why I said it stuns the haters. Like, I'm looking at, like, what's my title? Yeah, it's sales stuns liars, because a lot of the liars have nothing to say. Like, they're just like, they don't know what to say. Like, a lot of ones that were very vocal about it, they don't know what to say, George. So I mean, I'm sure, yeah, there'll be some people, but a lot of people are just like, oh man, like, you know what, yeah, I was wrong, you know, like, I was wrong. I was wrong on this one. Oh man, I can't, you know. So it is what it is, you know. Furukawa said pretty much just in that Q&A. Have we gotten the translated Q&A yet, or is it out now? Justin with the 3, going further than beyond.
One thing I don't like is how people use Kirby Air Riders as ammo against Mario Kart and Sonic Crossworlds. Why does it have to be an either or for some people? Why not both? Lol.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just like people just like to do crazy stuff like that. I agree. It can be a +1. I mean, I think Kirby Air Riders is a very different game. I think that they can both sell. Like, people can buy more than one racing game. People can buy more than one shooting game. People can buy more than one adventure game. It's no, it's no different here. And they're all very different too. Kirby's not very similar to Sonic or similar to Mario Kart. So yeah. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for the $3 dono. And also shout outs to Gloria Redmond with the big $20 becoming the Hokage. And Stream Ninja. It says, greetings, OJ. Greetings, chat. Can you play The Key You Lost? Thanks. Absolutely, young lady. The Key You Lost. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you. You and your fam. I hope you're doing good. Seriously, Gloria. I hope you are doing great. I appreciate your support like always. Thank you for watching my videos. I saw your comment on there on today's vid. So thank you so much. Gloria R with the big $20. And for this 20 more, you got Gloria on the board. Hey, yo. Thank you for the big 20. Let's go.
Even further beyond.
Even further beyond. That's what a lot of these grifters or these liars are trying to do. They're trying to go even further. How can they bend the truth even further than beyond than what they've done? I know that they're racking their brain. Listen, man, let me tell you guys a very sensitive moment that I had. I remember back in the Wii U era when, when it was like, no, I don't want to make that reference because that's not a good reference. When it was like, I was inside the ship and everything's getting blown. Think of like a movie. And you're getting bombarded by the enemy units. And you're trying to hold on for dear life. So there you get, come on. You're trying to take a bucket of water and take the bucket and start pouring the water out there. And they're like, Captain, we need to leave. We need to leave. This ship's going down. We need to take a lifeboat. We need to get out of here. And you're like, no, I can save her. I can save her, my old baby. That's what some of these guys are doing, man. Are they gonna go down with the ship? Sometimes, to me, man, I thought about it with the Wii U, bro. I'm like, maybe I just go down with the ship. It's like, nah, you gotta tell the truth. You got to tell the truth. Stop lying to yourself. It failed. It's over. They moved on. It's time to look forward to the future. Like I said, it's just really, that's what it goes down to. Grifters, liars. Stop lying. Stop making up, manipulating sales numbers. Stop lying to your audience for YouTube views. You lost. It's over. And it's okay. You don't have to like the Switch 2. You can continue grifting and talk about how bad the games are. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Just don't lie about sales numbers. That's it. Set outs to be mom with the lucky 7.
Off topic, but I just want to say Twitter will go down when the next Animal Crossing gets announced, lol. I don't think people realize how big it's really gonna be.
Yep. That's why I said, like, Nintendo still hasn't even put out their biggest, realest system sellers. Outside of Mario Kart. Mario Kart is the biggest, realest deal system seller, like, traditional sense-wise. But Nintendo's traditional system sellers are, they put out Pokemon. So they've got Mario Kart and they've got Pokemon. But, turn-based Gen, 2 version is usually the real system seller. So they still have Gen 10 Pokemon. They still have 3D Mario. They still have Animal Crossing. They still have Super Smash Brothers. They still have The Legend of Zelda. And they still have Splatoon. They still have 6 true blue, are going to be massive hit system sellers, big games, potentially 90+ Metacritic titles. They still have, well, except for Pokemon, but everything else, potentially 90+ Metacritic. They still have those 6 games in the chamber that they're working on right now. And that's beside the other games that are like the lower tier, that are still good. Like, for example, like Fire Emblem, Mario Tennis, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, and other games that they're gonna have. They're gonna have Pokemon Pocopia, spin-off type of thing. They're gonna have other games as well. So to me, like, it's just getting started, man. This is crazy. It's just getting started. That's the wild thing. Xenoblade. That's another mid-tier, lower tier, not obviously big system seller. That's another one, So there's still a lot. That's why I love the fact that Switch 2 is boring. We are going to get some of the greatest gen games ever this generation. We get the Switch 2. Here's the thing about it, is that I think that's cap. The Switch 2 is the most exciting system. It's easily the most exciting system. Let me tell you the reason why. The reason why Switch 2 is the most exciting system Now, if you want to say the overall generations have gotten boring, I can agree with you in some sense. But Switch 2 is still the most exciting system because it's still the weirdest, most dynamic system. The Switch 1 concept was incomplete. It's like Cell. You guys ever watch Dragon Ball Z? Cell's got multiple forms. I don't know if the Switch 2 is perfect Cell. Maybe it's the form right before that when he eats up one of the androids. You know, maybe the Switch 3 will be perfect Cell. And it's got everything down right because you still got some issues like game key cards and stuff like that, right? But this is the most exciting. PC handhelds are not exciting. There's no directs. There's no exclusives, like in terms of exclusives built for it. There's just exclusives on PC that are built for PCs that you can try to get it running on your Steam Deck or on your whatever. Handheld PCs are not exciting. Valve doesn't do anything. Who cares about the PC Gamer Show? Ain't nobody care about that damn PC Gamer Show. Ain't nobody, oh my god, you just saw the announcement of the PC Gamer Show? Nobody cares. And we know this, nobody cares. People are just looking forward to what Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo are doing. And what are people looking forward to when it comes to Nintendo? What Microsoft games are coming over? Oh, wow, Indiana Jones or whatever the case is. I can play that anywhere that I want. That is still the most exciting thing, in my opinion. That's still the most exciting thing, is being able, like, waiting for what Nintendo's going to do. When Nintendo has directs, haters pay attention. Everybody pays attention. Millions upon millions of gamers will pay attention to it. To me, it's still the most exciting platform. Because you still have the Joy-Cons, which are still different. You still have stuff like mouse mode that you can do for certain games that kind of switches things up a little bit. You still have all the motion controls and everything. You still have the seamless dock plate where you can take it on the go, then also have it on there. Tabletop mode, you can pass a controller. It still has all the fundamental core concepts that made the Switch 1 exciting. Switch 2 still has that. But now what makes it better is the fact that Switch 1 was ghetto as hell at times. Everybody here all said the same thing about Switch 1. It's good, but there's some problems with the performance, the graphics, right? The Switch 2 being a lot stronger now makes it more exciting. It doesn't need to be the strongest. We just need it to be stronger that it can handle at least Nintendo's games at 60 FPS or target 60 FPS. And that's what we're getting with the Switch 2, you know? Now, I don't know, some later games, bigger games, they might target 30 locked or whatever. And that's, you know, that's fine if they want to do that. We'll see how the games play out. But we're not going to have Age of Calamity type of problems or situation. We're not going to have Pokemon, you know, Scarlet and Violet situations. We're not going to have that anymore. Or Alan Wake remastered situations. We're not going to have those problems on Switch 2. And if we do, guess what? Those games get delayed. Borderlands 4, Elden Ring, anyone? Yeah, on Switch 1, they would have just released that crap. But on Switch 2, no. You got to optimize it because Star Wars Outlaws showed us everything. That showed us that took a current generation game that Ubisoft and that everyone said before the Switch 2 was even announced that this can't run on past gen. That's what everyone said. That's what Digital Foundry, that's what, oh, this can't, if it runs on past gen, it's going to be severely hampered or it's just not built for past gen. So Switch 2 got a game like that, right? So that's what makes it more exciting to me. The fact that you can play that type of game, the quality, not necessarily that game per se, but they were able to get that type of quality anywhere that you want with the Joy-Cons, with the mouse mode, with all the other stuff that it does, DLSS, all that good stuff.
I just saw the new Metroid Prime trailer. Damn, it's nice. Gives me Halo vibes. I'm liking it though. I think it will capture some mature audiences.
I hope so.
Strategic moves, clinking glasses. Definitely buying.
Yeah, we're going to watch that trailer too. We're going to watch it. We're going to analyze that trailer as well. So we're going to watch and analyze that newest trailer for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. You can emulate a Switch on a PC handheld. Can you emulate a Switch 2 on PC handhelds? Not yet. Not yet, at least. Not at this point. So yeah. So you can't emulate Switch 2 games. And I'll keep it a buck. While you can do that, a lot of people do not care about emulating games. They want to play the games actually native on the system. They want to have physical media. They want to have the option of physical or digital. You know, they want to be able to, you know, play it officially. They don't want to emulate it. So that's the reason why PC handhelds sell like trash. If everybody that had a Switch 1 wanted to just emulate on PC handhelds would have sold somewhere near Switch 1. But clearly people are buying Switch 1 even more than PC handhelds. Like Switch 1 sells better than a lot of PC handhelds. You know, even still to this day, 8 years later, it's so people don't want it. People don't want PC handhelds like that. They just don't. So I'm just going off the facts. I'm not going off of my emotion. I'm going off the facts. If PC handhelds were something that people are like, oh, I just want to emulate everything on them, they'd be selling a lot more. But people don't. They rather just buy the actual hardware and like buy it officially, not have to worry about getting files and downloading and hacking and glitching and and doing all this other stuff. People don't care. So yeah, Nintendo uses emulators on their games, but it's their own system. So, and you don't actually have to go download the file and do different things like to get it running on there because it's officially supported. All you got to do is just hit the download on that thing and then it's done. With PC handhelds, it's not that simple. There's steps to it. So it's a very different thing, and you know that it is, Monstar. You know good and well that it is. I'm not here to argue with you, bro. I ain't gonna here to argue with this. We know what's going down, okay? Like, this is the day that we stop the nonsense, okay? We don't start this nonsense with PC handhelds, fam. It got blown to smithereens. Like, listen, if you enjoy it, enjoy it. I'm not here to hate on that. I'm not here to rain on your PC handheld parade. If you like it, enjoy it, love it, live it, breathe it. But let's just be real here. The Switch 2 just sold 10.36 million, blowing away every single PC handheld combined in less than 4 months. In less than 4, it just outsold all of them combined. Like that. People don't care. It's time to stop. People don't care. If people cared, Steam Decks and PC handhelds are readily available. They'd be selling significantly better. They'd be selling as good as Switch 2, if that was the case. So when people start, whoa, you can end, good for them. Clearly, it does not matter. Clearly, it's not that important to a lot of people. Clearly, they don't care. Like, a lot of people don't care. They don't want to do it. You know? So yeah. Nintendo official emulation is okay in Nintendo's eyes because it's their own emulators. Yeah, if they use their own stuff, then that's fine. But if you're talking about, like, if Nintendo somehow had a PlayStation 5 emulator on their store, Sony would be like, no, you can't do that. I don't think Sony would like that. So yeah, I mean, obviously that wouldn't be a thing. Switch 2 is nowhere near strong enough. But let's just say Nintendo made a super strong PC supercomputer that can emulate PS5 somehow. And somehow somebody got it done, hypothetically speaking. If Nintendo said, oh yeah, here's an emulator for PS5 games, Sony would be like, take that down before we sue you to smithereens. Hey, what's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome to the stream. I mean, I get it for some people. Shoutouts to Benz310. Thank you for the dono. Big love. Combo breaks. Also, we have the limit breaker, too. Let's hit the limit. Let's pop the limit breaker. Appreciate that, guys. Let's go. I think the sound stopped doing on that one. Either way. It's not about what you like. You can like whatever you want. I'm not here to stop you from liking PC handhelds. People think that I'm hating. I'm not hating. Like I said, enjoy it, man. Seriously, fam. Like, enjoy it. I'm just telling you what the facts are. You know, these are the facts. That's all. So yeah. Xbox runs PlayStation emulator. It does not. Yeah, it does not. I'm not underestimating anything. I'm looking at the sales numbers. So you tell me the sales numbers of PC handhelds. Go ahead. Versus the Switch 2. Go ahead. You're telling me that I'm underestimating. Okay, go ahead. What are the sales numbers of PC handhelds compared to Switch 2? Go ahead. If I'm underestimating, you'll tell me the numbers, and I'll be like, all right, I promise you, and I'm only going to do this one more time, Monstar. Otherwise, I'm not going back and forth. You're going to have to pay me $10 if you want to continue doing this. So I'm going to give you one more time I'll respond to one more thing. Go ahead and tell me, what are the sales of PC handhelds for emulation compared to the Nintendo Switch 2? Go ahead. Give me the sales numbers for all the PC handhelds and compare that to Switch 2. And to Switch 1. Let's go ahead and throw Switch 1 in there. Go ahead. Give me the numbers. And then we'll go for, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. So you can feel good about yourself, okay? And piracy. Go ahead. Give me the sales numbers, and then like I said, we can stop it right here, all right? Because this is silly. This is silly. Let's see here. The piracy argument, newest goalpost it seems. Yeah. They aren't competing, my guy. 6 mil for Steam Deck is very successful. We don't even know if it sold 6 million. A lot of people online up the numbers out of nowhere. Like, y'all sound like some of y'all are like Jim Ryan lights. Oh, it's 3 million. Oh, it's 4 million. Oh, it's 5 million. Oh, it's 6 million. Oh, it's like, some of y'all just be magically adding numbers to the sales. I don't think Valve has actually came out and said anything overall. I think the last that we got from what we saw was 3 to 4 million. Maybe they've sold more since then. But, so yeah. People don't buy. No. I asked you, I said, give me the sales numbers. Compared, because you're saying, oh, I underestimate and that I'm not thinking about that. So give me the sales numbers. We're not talking about your feelings and what you feel people are doing and the popularity. That's fine. That's great. Give me the sales numbers of PC handhelds that people are buying for emulation compared to Switch 1 and Switch 2. Go ahead. Give me the numbers. That's all I'm asking for. It's like give me the numbers or you don't. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for your explanation on what people do. You're speaking for other people. I want you to give me numbers. If you can't, just say I can't. And then we can move on. So I'm only going to ask you one more time. If you give me some other explanation, I'm just going to ignore, okay? From this point. I'm just going to ignore you, all right? Or if you want to keep talking about this, you're going to have to drop the 10. I'm going to need $10 if you want to debate it. If you want to turn it about yourself, you're going to have to pony up just a little bit, okay? I don't mind making it about you. I appreciate you coming out. But if you want this much attention, since you want to argue facts, you're going to have to bring some facts, not just what you think or what people do. Okay? So, I'll give you one more chance. Because I like you. I like you. For real. Alright. So, I asked a question. You asked me another question. Okay. So, let's just go ahead and we're going to time you out. Thanks for coming out to the stream. We're going to time you out for... Don't ban him. I'm going to time him out for 30 minutes. Thanks for watching. So you're not here to actually you're salty. This is salt. This is salt. I knew I'd at least get one person like this. They can't handle it that what they don't like is doing better. They can't handle it, you know? It is what it is. Like I said, it is what it is. I asked very nicely. And then I asked a question, he asked me another question that was irrelevant. What does that even mean? Like, what does that even mean? Give me the numbers that people are buying Switch 2 just for FF7 Rebirth. What the hell does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do? What does that even mean? Did you get hit over the head by, like, what was it? El Kabong? What's that guy? Kabong! Did he just swing by and hit you over the head with the guitar? Did Jeff Jarrett bust into your room and start going and then hit you over the head with the guitar? Are you concussed? Did you get hit? Did somebody smack you over the head? What does that have to do with anything? This is salt. This is NDS. Is this NDS? We might have a case of NDS in the house. Gloria with another $20. Says Savage OJ. Savage. I mean, these people are weird, fam. I don't do this on other people's streams. This is how I know it's NDS. When I go on other people's streams, I'm just enjoying the stream. I'm just watching. I'm and I'll chat if I feel like it, but sometimes I don't chat. But I might say something. But this is NDS. Bro, this is a straight up case of NDS, bro. Straight up. Shout out to Gloria. Thank you for the $20. No, from Gloria. I appreciate you, young lady. Thank you for the support. Shout outs to everybody coming out. That's crazy. Let's see here. PlayerEssence was responding to me about Rebirth. Made no sense because I was mentioning PC, not Switch 2. Well, I asked him to answer to me, not to answer to somebody else. So I was asking him to answer to me, and he decided to not do that. So regardless, I told him to talk to me, not to other people in the chat. So he didn't want to follow that either. So no. And we're not going to make it to where it's one versus the Jubilee, one PC Psycho versus 500 fanboys or versus 200. We're not doing no damn Dean Withers Jubilee, you know. This ain't no damn Jubilee, fam. This man thinks out here thinking he's Dean Withers or something like that. No. Answer to me, fam, bro. I asked you a question. What the hell? Fighting people in the chat, talking to other people in the chat, fam. I'm asking you a question. What the hell? Shout outs to Gloria, but now with the $40 become the Hokage. Also Stream Ninja as well. Appreciate that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see it. Nintendo derangement syndrome. Y'all ain't heard of Nintendo derangement syndrome? Yeah, Nintendo derangement syndrome. Nintendo. This man thinks this is Jubilee over here. Thinks he can just sit down, have 20 people running up to debate him, bro. You ain't got that type of cred. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. I can do it because I freaking smoke these PC weirdos when it comes to Switch, Nintendo or Switch 2. But you can't do it. What the hell? This man thinks he's a star of the show. You're debating people in the chat. Fudge out of here. Surrounded, about to people gonna run up and try to grab a table to debate him. You ain't making no damn sense. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Alright, let me see if I can find it. I always can't find it for some. Okay, here we go. I found it. Okay, yeah. So this is what NDS stands for. It stands for Nintendo Derangement Syndrome. Okay, so with Nintendo Derangement Syndrome, this is usually kind of where it kind of gets to, you know. Nintendo Derangement Syndrome, NDS. Even though he was responding to somebody else, so I said that was maybe the tip of it because it's a goalpost shift. But we're seeing some of it, not necessarily with that guy that I timed out, but with other people when it comes to these sales numbers and stuff. So Nintendo Derangement Syndrome. Nintendo Derangement Syndrome, NDS, is a term to describe a condition where individuals lose all sense of objectivity and rationality when discussing Nintendo, specifically those who obsessively hate the company. This often leads to exaggeration, misinformation, double standards, and bizarre emotional reactions whenever Nintendo is even mentioned. Symptoms of Nintendo Derangement Syndrome. Compulsive lying about Nintendo sales. Ooh. We all know that Wario looking dude. We got that. This man, ooh, this is down bad with this one. Hardware specs or game quality. Usually you see this a lot, like people say, you just bought a PS4 Pro for $500. Well, the PS4 Pro isn't portable. It doesn't have DLSS. Doesn't do 120 FPS. It's more modern architecture. Has more RAM. Like, there's a lot of stuff. Like, why are you lying, bro? Like, oh, well, the raw pat. Like, shut up. Shut up. Game quality. Mario Kart World is just driving in straight lines. Goalpost shifting when proven wrong. Ooh, this is a big one. This is a big one. This is a big one. Nobody's hating on PC gaming. Like, legitimately, nobody's hating on PC gaming here. Nobody. And I'll just say this right now. If you want to talk about some of the biggest haters, it's freaking PC guys. They are some of the biggest haters of console gaming of all time. These guys have a superiority complex. They walking around with micro arms, barely any hair on their chest, beating their chest like Donkey Kong or King Kong, or that they bought a PC. So I don't even want to get into that. If you think this is fanboyism, bro, have you been in PC dens? These guys are psycho. These guys are, bro, let's be real here. Let's be real here with some PC gamers. Come on now. It is nowhere near. Half the people here probably got PCs and play PC gaming. I don't know if you can say the same thing about the hardcore PC peeps. They're the ones who be hating the most. Every time I get into a discussion about Switch 2, it is some broke, Gaben PC gamer. Like, every single time. There's some damn Gaben worshiper every time, bro. It ain't even Xbox and PlayStation dudes. It's some broke ass PC gamer every time. Like every time. You can't even like the Switch 2 without them.
Found on Steam Deck sale numbers from SQ Magazine article, but Valve don't like to give out sales numbers, so people use guesses, and the most accurate prediction is 4 million. So
okay.
I don't know where the 5 million the magazine got came from.
Yeah. Anyway, there's the derangement syndrome. That's where it comes from. I don't want to hear nothing, bro. I can't hear nothing about fanboyism and PC gamers. Let me give you guys an example. Let me give you guys an example of a PC gamer that even when they're your supposed friend, okay, they're supposed to be your friend. They're supposed to be your friend. PC gamer, right? And this person, I didn't even say anything. This wasn't even a conversation about Nintendo. This was a conversation about games that are coming to PC and coming to PlayStation, Xbox, and at the time it wasn't coming to Switch 1 or Switch 2. Persona 3 Reload and Stellar Blade. And there was a content creator that's actually a somewhat big content creator, and I'm pretty sure you guys know the story that I'm about to tell. And he's a PC gamer. And all I said was, and I know this is an individual case, but I'm telling you there's more. All I said was that I don't like the box art of Stellar Blade because she's upside down. And I didn't think that it was a very cool upside down. Kind of like Claude with Dimitri. Like, I thought it was a kind of corny upside down. That's all I said. I said that the Stellar Blade box art, and by the way, I bought the game day one. I said I'm buying the game. All I said is that I don't like the box art because he said that the box art was nice. And I said that the Persona 3 Reload box art looks way better. That's all I said. And it was Nintendo this. If it was on Switch, you're this just that you would. He just unloaded. And I'm telling you, this is a lot of what PC guys do. The minute you say something that they don't like, and they know that you like Nintendo, they will throw it in your face. They will call you every single name in the book, and it happens so often. It is a common occurrence of PC people doing this. My Steam Deck video, even in my PlayStation videos, my scam video, or my Xbox or negative Nintendo videos, whatever the case is, I've never had as many psychos from the PC community, Steam Deck, come to my, and I didn't even say anything bad about Steam Deck. All I said is that I was trading it in for a Switch 2. And that was enough for a PC psycho and his bunch of cronies to flood my video and dislike it. And I've never had anything like that for anything that I've done. And I've made negative videos on Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, whatever. I have never had that amount of people come through. And I didn't even say anything bad, per se, about the system. I said it's a good system. I said many good things about it. It was not a hate video. So that's the reason why I'll say PC dudes are some of the most psychotic people that I've ever came across. Because like I said, I didn't even say anything bad about the Steam Deck overall. I just said it's not for me. Here's the reasons why. I listed X, Y, and Z, and I got accused of I never wanted it in the first place, even though there's no evidence. I never said that. I never said anything negative about the Steam Deck before I bought. I was not hating on Steam Deck. There's no videos of me doing that. I got accused of just lying. I got accused of clout chasing. I got accused of everything in the book. I have never been accused of that from any negative video. I made a scam video, literally. PS5 Pro scam. And the PlayStation fans were nowhere near as psycho. And they saw that video because that video did really well on YouTube. It did like 50K or something like that. So I know that those PlayStation guys saw it, and none of them attacked me for it. None of the hardcore guys that know my videos, not a single one of those guys attacked me. Not a single one. I don't want to hear anything about that, man. I don't want to hear anything about that. I'm not saying that all people, like, it's just PC guys. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Nintendo people aren't bad. Nintendo people can be terrible. Microsoft people can be terrible. Like hardcore fanboys, hardcore people that are deranged when it comes to this console war, this type of stuff, like these type of things. Anybody can be crazy, but I'm telling you, in all of my years of doing YouTube, I've never had a more psychotic base of people. When I didn't even say anything, I've never had somebody accuse me of lying and manipulating my base that I never even wanted the platform that I spent $550 on and that I kept for well more than a year, and I listed out multiple reasons why. And I got people on, by the way, content creators telling me what I did a year plus ago and how I felt at that time, when there's zero videos of me bashing Steam Deck before I bought it or making a bunch of vids of saying how terrible PC. I never made anything. There is no videos of mine that I made, individual videos of me bashing the hell out of Steam Deck in 2023 or 2024 leading up to buying it. There's not a ton of videos. I think I might have talked about it on some live stream saying, I'm looking at it maybe, or whatever the case is, but I'm not making a bunch of videos talking about how terrible it is. There are countless videos of PC people talking about how terrible Nintendo is and how terrible Switch 2 is and how terrible everything is with this. They're countless, you know? So I don't know, man. I'm looking at it that way. PC people, like I said, my experience and from what I personally see and from who I speak with, it's literally always PC dudes that are going psycho on me 70% of the time. 75% of the time, it's PC people that are going nuts on me for what X, Y, or Z reason, you know? And like I said, you can watch my video of when I said I'm trading in my Steam Deck for a Switch 2. It wasn't even that bad. The video was fine. And I've seen people make videos, I'm trading in my Switch, I'm selling my Switch. I never made a video talking about those people saying, oh my God, how dare you? Or how can you, or oh my gosh, you're a liar, you never wanted one. Or all these weird, I never made a single video. It's weird, like people can buy and sell whatever they want. If you want to sell, like, listen, the economy that we live in, if you want to sell your systems to get something else, you can. So that's what I'm saying, like the PC guys, man, dude, I've never seen that in my life. And like I said, I made a video literally calling PS5 Pro a scam because I felt that the disk drive being separate for a premium system is a scam. I think that a premium system should come with a disk drive. At the bare minimum, so you can play your previous games, you got to pay $80 for a disk drive. Like $80 obviously isn't the most money in the world, you know, but at the same time, like, why do you got to pay $80 on a premium system that's already $700 to just to be able to play your physical games? That's insane. So that's all I said. I said it's a good system. I said that it's, you know, it's powerful, it's all that good stuff, you know. And I did not have PS5 guys coming at me that type of way. They understood that. I mean, some of them were crazy, don't get me wrong. But I didn't have the content creators coming at me in any type of weird ways. And once again, I know that there's a number of them that have no problem talking about me if they feel like talking about me. None of them said, yo, OJ's out of pocket or he's saying all this. Like, none of them. Not a single. And I know a lot of these guys. I've interacted with a lot of them. Not a single one of them. You know? So, let's see here. So, yeah, man. A majority of PC players are the ones who count Counter-Strike 2 and trade skins for real money, which made Valve rework a few weeks. Everyone hates it for them. Man, I'm telling you, bro. Just saying, PC master race people are probably mainly not factor into terms of OJ backlash. I mean, I don't think it's based, to be honest, bro, I don't think it's based on color. I really think it's just based, those people, man, they hate everybody. I mean, they hate everyone. But like I said, I'm not talking about all PC gamers. Obviously, there's a lot of PC gamers that are great. There's a lot of Nintendo fans that are great. There's a lot of everybody that are great. But just my own experience personally, you know? Yo, that's it with the $27. Let's go!
Happy Thanksgiving month. Good afternoon, OJ. Hopefully all is well with you. A dono from me and the cool guy.
Yo!
Seeing is believing. Once they see, they go psycho nuts, and that's for any venture.
Yeah?
Music request Spider-Man X-Men Arcade's Revenge Cyclops stage.
Yeah. Shoutouts, thank you to that, man, getting us to 150 on the overclock. Let's go. There go. We've got X-Men, Arcades, Revenge, Cyclops stage. Thank you for the support, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 2747 in the house. Let's see here. Can't we all just get along PC games and be like, no, Nintendo's evil? That's I see a lot of it from that. But I mean, like I said, it's all good. It's no big deal, you know. Like I don't really care. I'm just telling you like my own perspective from, like I said, and I've came across so many, like I said, Gaben, you know, Steam Cell, even the debate that I had, you know, it's like constant, man. And like I said, I don't have a problem with people wanting to get the best deals, or I don't have a problem with PC. I have a strong PC. I'm not a PC gamer, but I have Steam games on PC. I have all, like, it's fine. It's a great platform. It's cool. Like it works. It's not for me, but it works, you know? It works very well. It works incredibly well. And they got a good base of people that play, and it's awesome. And I love gaming. And as more competition, more platforms within reason is better for everybody. When you have good competition, when you have platforms like PC that push us, you know, sometimes push these companies to be more honest a bit. When you have Xbox, when you have PlayStation, that's good for everyone. I want competition, you know? So I'm not against it. So I think maybe I might have talked this guy's ears off. I think he probably left in terms of the whole, I'm sorry. I think I might have talked your ear off. Who was it though? Oh gosh, who was it that was saying this stuff in the first place? My bad, bro. Yeah, I'm not against PC gaming at all. Like, I'm not against it. Like I said, I think it's fine. You know, it's cool for those who want it. And, you know, maybe one of these days I'll play something on there again. I mean, I have like a 3080, you know, super. I've got an okay PC at this point. You know, it can play most of the modern games at pretty good frame rate and resolution. Well, not maybe the best resolution anymore with most modern games, but still pretty good frame rates and pretty good customization. It's a good PC. It's got 32 gigabytes of, I think, DDR5, DDR4, DDR5. It's got good RAM. Everything's good. Like, I've played a lot of the modern games. Like, I can run stuff really well, and I've tried out stuff, and it's great. It's just not for me. Like I said, it's just not for me. Let's see, I play most of the third-party PC, but Nintendo has my favorite exclusives, so that's my combo. There you go, man. I mentioned before, you also have most of the grifters talk only about Pokemon patent lawsuit. Bro, it's like a year. It's already a year for the lawsuit. It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt Nintendo. I mean, like I said before, I don't want to get into lawsuit stuff anymore because I messed up from the beginning, and I'm not really talking about the other lawsuit stuff. Like when it comes to like the Sony's lawsuit against Tencent with the Horizon. So I don't really care. So whatever happens, I already said my piece. I said that I felt like Nintendo shouldn't have went after them. In my opinion, I don't think they should. I think they should have just left it because it's kind of like a Streisand effect here. But once again, if they lose, then they lose. Then they'll teach them not to do that again. If they win, then they win. That's really what it comes down to. So I don't really care either way. It doesn't stop me from playing video games, you know. So if people want to be angry or happy or sad or whatever, that's fine. But I'm done with Power World, man. I'm done. I'm done with Power World. I'm done with that. So. There was an article Gaben talked about why he hates realism in video games. At first, he thought it was joking, but he's telling the truth. People really want reality in games, which is terrible. Most people probably don't. Most people just want great games, regardless. So the Steam Deck is an okay device, but Steam Deck Bros are insufferable, especially with how they deny the easily researched Switch 2 specs. Yeah, there was a lot of stuff before the Switch 2 launch from, you know, Steam Deck people. And then now that once it came out and we saw like how certain games are running and certain things, it's like, oh, okay, wait, hold up, you know. Now that we actually have kind of like we know what's kind of going on more about the system, it's like, oh, well, I guess they were wrong about that. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, you know. Power World isn't fun. That's the biggest issue. Hey, look, some people like it, some people don't. Once again, man, I thought they should have just left them alone. I think that, you know, it's a game that's like, kind of like meme-ish. That's why it got so popular, because, you know, PC people did not support Digimon. Digimon's a much better overall game, and they just left that to kind of die off. I mean, it did okay at the beginning, but it did nowhere near the numbers of Power World. So, and Digimon's actually a complete game. So yeah, I think it was more just like, I mean, obviously they're like, oh yeah, we got to stick it to them here with this one. But, you know, if they truly felt good, if they truly felt like, you know, a quality game, that Digimon would be the game that they support with, you know, 2 million concurrent users or whatever, and like 30 million and 20 million in sales. Like, Digimon should have sold that much. That would have really sent the message, you know, more so than anything. Let's see here. I ordered the physical copy of Good Old Days for 30 on Amazon. Hey, there you go. Want to pick up Digimon eventually. It looks nice. Yeah, Digimon's great. From the little that I've checked out, it's actually really good. So, yeah, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. It's really good. Big shout outs to Mario Kart World. Without the game being bundled, the Switch 2 wouldn't sell 10 million in its first 4 months. I mean, I think the system would have sold, still would have sold good. I don't know how good it would have sold, but I think people would have just bought Mario Kart. You know, people would have just bought Mario Kart World with the system. I mean, if it was like, but I think that Nintendo definitely wouldn't have charged maybe 80 bucks. I think they would have charged 70 if it was separate. And just say, hey, look, buy it for 450, then buy the game for 70. Which is pretty much about the same price anyway with tax, right? Because you get $20 off. You get it for 50, so it's $30 off the 80 and $20 off if it was 70. So pretty much the same price anyway. But yeah, I think people would have just bought Mario Kart World and bought it anyway. It's literally pretty much the same price. Listen, I bought Mario Kart World separately because I want it physical. Hey, there's a way to do it. I mean, that's fine too. It's not about gameplay. Pokemon people care about aesthetics and cool monsters. Power mimic that and found success. I mean, sure, but the problem though is that there's all sorts of bugs, glitches, issues that was definitely brought about when it comes to the quality of Pokemon. And oh my God, Power World has that in spades. And once again, it was about the game quality overall, it being a complete game. People made all sorts of stuff. Why, right? Digimon is a way more complete game with good graphics and all that, and that was left out too. And it has great aesthetics. Digimon looks great. The graphics and the what's it called, and the Digimon in the game look way better than Power World and Pokemon easily, you know. So to me, at least, that also should have done really well. If you really want a complete game without bugs and glitches, without the issues, without the problems and all that, which was a big problem with Scarlet and Violet. That was one of the things that was consistently brought up. I'm not saying that they can't have success. All I'm saying is that a lot of the stuff that they said is a problem when it comes to bugs, glitches, crashing, bad AI, no story or bad story, all these things. It was like that stuff was also present in Power World, you know? And Digimon comes out that's significantly better in terms of presentation and other things than both of them, and that game does significantly less than both of them. So, and it has the best version on PC. The console versions run at 30 FPS with some dips. PC version runs at a smooth 60. It's pretty much a PC game. Gloria with another $20. Oh my goodness, Gloria on a running riot here. Says, hey OJ, can you play the Lost Ones from Sea of Stars? Yes, I can. Thank you for the support. Appreciate that. Sea of Stars. Let's see here. The Lost Ones. I just thought it would have done better, guys. Listen, nobody's saying that you can't like Power World. Nobody's saying that you can't, that it's not good for some people. I'm just saying I thought Digimon would have done better, all things considered. After Power World, after we see Pokemon, after people complaining about Pokemon Legends, I just thought Digimon, a high quality monster battler game, after the success of Power World, after people complaining about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, after people complaining about Pokemon Legends, I just thought Digimon would do way better, considering it's probably the best game out of those three, right? Like, it's probably the best polished monster battler game out of all those, that has good aesthetics, that has good design, that's a good game, by the way. I just thought it would do better. That's all I'm trying to say. And not only that, but like, you had big YouTubers hyping it up too. A lot of big YouTubers hyping it up. I just thought it would have done better on Steam. That's it. Shout outs to Gloria. Thank you for the $20. I appreciate it. Let's go. Lego. 60 on the board. I think we got more than, I think we got like 9 JoJo's. Yeah, Power World's not finished. But I mean, it's not full price either. It's $30. Shout outs to Gloria. Super Hokage in this piece. Platinum and a half in this piece. Let's go. Big love. 170 on the board. We got a very legit chance at getting to a double platinum tonight. 30 combos away. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that.
Even further beyond.
Says, did Nintendo lose the patent lawsuit? No, you watched Grifter videos that told you that. No, they didn't lose. It's still ongoing. They didn't lose it. One of them, I guess, needs to be re-examined. And then one of them was initially rejected, but they can still resubmit it. So no, they didn't. But you watch YouTube grifter videos that tell you that, or you listen to articles that tell you, but no, it's still ongoing. So once they actually finish it, then I'll actually tell you the truth about what happened. But I highly recommend not watching grifter videos on Power World stuff. I highly recommend not watching, because most of these people have no idea about the law and no idea about anything, and yet they'll sit there and make videos just for simply clickbait, guys. So wait till it's actually ongoing, wait till it's done, and then you can go from there. Let's see here. How will this lawsuit affect Nintendo? I mean, no real way, really. I don't really think it'll affect them in any way, whether they win or lose. I don't think it really affects them in any significant way. Not that I can think of, to be honest. Let's see here. Plus, Digimon are at least more memorable than PALs. I can't remember a single PAL's name, but then again, you know, I played a while ago. I could probably tell you some PALs like back when I played, but yeah, I don't remember. This song's lit too. I like this song. Yeah, bad PR would probably be the only thing that I can think of. But I mean, considering pretty much every day's been bad PR for the since April. It's been bad PR since April. Since April 2nd. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. I mean, it's been bad PR for more than half a year. Even if before the Switch 2 came out. Bad PR. It's always been bad PR. So, I mean, at this point, what does bad PR even mean? Like, bad PR might actually mean good PR. Yeah. You have to drop a dono of any amount. It can be even as low as $1 if you want to get a track. Is grifter content really that prevalent? I've never seen any of it come across my algorithm. Yeah, because you're not really... I think it's because you're probably just not watching some of it. I don't really watch it either. But it depends on what type of content you watch on YouTube. And it's really dependent on a lot of variety of factors. Is it really that prevalent on YouTube? It's like yes and no. The large majority of Nintendo content on YouTube is going to be trailers, people talking about the games, live streams, news videos, or it's going to be normal content. But there are some significant things like rise to fame type, like big views that will get you... it'll just pop up. People are saying it's just popping up on there because the algorithm pushes it. So it just depends, you know. I've pretty much hit do not recommend. Like if I see a grift video, I've already hit do not recommend. If I see a video that's not like that's actual legit critique, I'll leave it. But if I see a grift video like devil horns, Miyamoto evil, like this type of nonsense, when you know good and well if that person could actually meet Miyamoto IRL, he'd be so happy to meet him. But he's gonna put devil horns on him and do weird stuff like that and act all crazy. Like that's the type of stuff I'm just like, all right, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. Like, I'll just go ahead and hit do not recommend because we already know what type of content that's gonna be. You know? So yeah. Shout outs to Gloria. Appreciate you, young lady. 60 on the combo board. We are out here tonight. It's crazy how the internet hates games that managed to sell 6 million copies at launch. Once again, man, the internet isn't 100% real. So it's like, people can say whatever they want on the internet. That doesn't mean it's going to actually happen. Like everyone's going to feel that way outside of the internet. Hey, what's up, Nick? Welcome. I had all kinds of grifter content recommended to me until I turned watch history on and only shows up if I erase my watch history again. If you click on like the little 3 buttons on the side. So here's what you do. If you have grifter content showing up, this is what you do. If you go to your, if you go here, just click on the 3 buttons on the side right here, these little 3 dots, and then click on not interested or don't recommend channel. If you do that, less grifter stuff will probably come into your algorithm. That's what I did. And like most grifter stuff does not pop up anymore, but it used to pop up a lot, but it don't really pop up anymore. Let's see here. What about RGT's vids? Do it's in my sub feed. Why would I put his vids in my do not recommend? He's not a grifter. Let's see. So yeah. All right, take it easy, B. Martin. Thanks for coming out to the stream, homie. I appreciate you. Shout outs. I think the sales numbers for Mario Kart World would still be crazy even after bundles are done. I think despite the 80, I think the sales will skyrocket. I would like to see the numbers. I think that retailers are going to sell the game for $70. So I think people are still going to buy it even afterwards, because I think retailers are going to sell the game for $70. Like, we're already seeing it sell at 70 at some places. So for example, I think even on Amazon, I think it's at 70 right now. Give me 1 second. Oh man, I have too many tabs open. This is way too many tabs open. Give me a second here, guys. My computer's about to shut down. I'm about ready to shut down, man. Too many tabs open. Thing was running kind of booty. Yeah, it's still kind of running slow right now. Give me a second. All right. No, Amazon still has it for 80, but I think other places have had it for. I know Nintendo Prime did a video on it, so I think it was like Woo or some of the other places that are affiliated with Amazon. They had it for 80, or sorry, for 70. So I think that a lot of retailers might discount it. So yeah, but we'll see. Once again, we'll see. We will see overall. Just want to say Yang is a hypocrite. I stopped watching his videos a long time ago. But shout outs to Yang. I'd like to do a collab one of these days. Oh man. We'll do a collab one of these days. I bought a physical copy for a little less than MSRP. Got Tears of the Kingdom earlier this year on eBay, used for $44. That's the good thing about having physical media. You have multiple options on where to buy the games. So you can buy the games at different places. So since you can buy the games at different places, you can get deals that you wouldn't be able to get if you didn't, what's it called? If you didn't have physical media. Shout outs to Jonathan B. With the 74 months, the switch to misinformation is way more prevalent than actual factual information. Every conversation I've had IRL, excuse me, conversation I've had IRL, I've corrected someone's lie. Yeah, that happens. Nick93 with the $2 says, how about them Dodgers back-to-back champions? Game 7, 11th inning. Win was crazy. Ratings were good too. Should we bet on the Rams-Niner game? What odds are you going to give me? Because like the Niners they lost another starting defensive lineman. Literally nobody's playing. And I want to know if Brock Purdy's going to play in the game or not. Like, before I bet, I want to know if Brock Purdy's playing. If Brock Purdy, Purcell, and some of the guys are coming back, I wouldn't mind betting. But and I want to know what odds are going to give me, because the Rams are playing, they're number 1 in the power rankings. So I'm going to need some good odds, fam. I'm going to need some really good odds if you want to bet on this one. I'm going to need, last time it was 3-1. I'm going to need like some 6-1 odds. So I'm going to need some really good odds if you want to bet. And I want to know if Brock Purdy's playing or not. I want odds. And I want to know if Brock Purdy's playing. Those are the two things that I want, Nick. And then we can bet. So we'll see how Wednesday and Thursday plays out. He says, nah, you're not going to finesse me again. LOL. Wait a minute. You got finessed? How did you get finessed? A 3-1 odds with Mac Jones? How did you get finessed? I did not finesse you. You think I finesse you? I did not finesse you. That was literally it was 3-1 odds. The bets were 3-1 odds in that game. it was the Rams had a 70% chance to win in that game. So I lined it up with the actual odds of them winning or not. That is not true. I did not finesse you. I did not finesse you. That was a rightfully 3-1 odds. This game, there's no Fred Warner, no Nick Bosa, no Michael Williams. I mean, no Ayuk, potentially no Purcell, no Brock Purdy. I mean, like, come on. You know, like, everybody's hurt. Gross Matos, no Gross Matos. Like, every starter is hurt. The only people that are healthy are, like, the secondary. Renardo Green, Diamador Lenore, Jair Brown. Like, those are the only guys in terms of starters that are, like, healthy throughout the year. Offensively, some of the Trent's been good. Some of the O-linemen's been good. CMC's been healthy all year, so that's good. But everybody else has been hurt at some point. So Jennings has been hurt. Kittle's been hurt. Purcell's been hurt. Ayuk's hurt. Literally, like all the Brock Purdy's hurt. Everybody's been hurt. All the star players have been hurt. So I need some good odds. 2-1? That's insane. That's insane. That's insane, and you know it. That's at 2-1 odds. With Matthew Stafford playing at an MVP level, with the Rams being number 1 in the power rankings compared to number 15 in the power rankings for the Niners, you're talking about 2-1 odds? That's not fair. You know in your heart, you know in your Dodger blue, Rams yellow and blue heart that is not fair odds. You know it's not. The Niners are 15th in the power rankings. They're mid. There's 32 teams in the NFL. They are mid. The Rams are number 1 with MVP hopeful, MVP candidate, Matthew Stafford, one of the best offenses. They've been steamrolling people the last number of weeks. They've steamrolled everyone that they've played against. 2-1 odds is disrespectful. Disrespectful. Why do you think Xenoblade X 60 FPS patch is coming? Because Monolith Soft is goated. That's why I think it's coming. I need to stop investing in injury-prone players. It's their own fault. They don't invest in injury-prone players. Ricky Purcell never missed a game in college. Jennings was not injury-prone in college. Brock Purdy made every single start in college. Bosa didn't miss any games in college. Fred Warner had never missed a game up until this point. He's out for the year. Michael Williams was not an injury-prone. Like, these guys were not injury-prone in college. They really weren't. Like, it's not like they're they did invest in Garendo, and he was injury-prone, but Garendo's not a starter. So there are some guys like on the bench and stuff, but they do not invest in injury-prone guys. I mean, yes, CMC a little bit injury-prone with the Carolina, a little bit injury-prone in college, a little bit, but he's been great this year. So, but CMC, that's one of those things that you have to take a chance. You have to take a chance on him because he's literally one of the greatest running backs of all time at this point now, right? Like, so you have to take a chance on that. And if they would have won the Super Bowl, it would have been worth it because he literally was the offensive player of the year that year. So yeah. All right, take it easy, Anonymous Zero. Thanks for coming out to the stream. I'm concerned about Christian McCaffrey. At some point, he's going to break and take a seriously beating. I mean, yeah, at some point he is, but I mean, he got with the new trainer this offseason, and I think that's helping him stay healthy. So hopefully he continues to stay healthy. And I hope with Brian Robinson kind of coming through, get some more carries. He did good against the Giants. So I'm hoping that they got to do ground and pound. And I would love to see Garendo get involved too. I want to see ground and pound. I want to see short screen game. I want to see high percentage throws. Like, I think that they need to, bleed out the clock. If they want to have any chance of beating the Rams this week, they need to bleed out the clock, and they need to keep Matthew Stafford's butt on the bench. They need to have long drives. They need to maybe force a turnover or two, maybe another fumble, and they need to keep him off of the field. And they can beat the Rams if they do that, but it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very difficult. Their defense is absolutely gutted at this point. They're missing a lot of guys on the upfront. All their upfront guys are gone for the year. So let's see. I wonder what the spread. I mean, the spread, like right now they're saying 3.5 points, and that's way too low. I think they think that Brock Purdy's gonna play. That's why the spread is so low. Like the you know, I think they think Brock Purdy's gonna play, but I don't know if Brock Purdy's gonna play. So, I mean, once again, Purcell did not miss a game in college. He was not injury. He's only been in the NFL for 2 seasons. He got shot, and then obviously he came back from getting shot. Then he played, and then this year he got hurt. But in college, he did not miss a game. So I can't say that he's injury prone when in college he was never injury prone. Panthers legend C-Mac? Yeah, he is kind of a Panthers legend. He's kind of a Panthers legend. If you buy a physical game online, it'll cost extra shipment too, right? Seems to be real no discount. No, that's not true. Most places have free shipping. Amazon has free shipping. Most places have free shipping for like a certain amount. So if you buy a video game, most of the time you're gonna get free shipping. Best Buy, Walmart, all of them have free shipping, or they have free in-store pickup. So if you want to buy the game online and then go into the store and pick it up yourself, you can do that too. But no, most of them have free shipping. Is Ayuk playing this year? The more that I think about it, the more that I think that he's never going to play. They haven't opened up his practice window yet. And it's been, you know, it's been more than a year now since he's been, you know, I don't know what's going on, but he's not ready. So maybe they want to, you know, hold him off and then maybe bring him back for the three-week stretch. I think the Niners might think that they're going to drop this game. So they don't want to aggravate any injuries, because the chances of them winning this game are very low. I don't think that they're very high. But it's okay. They don't have to win this game. They're 6-3. They're 3-0 in the division. They don't have to win this game. If they lose this game and then win the next 3 games against the Panthers and the Browns and who else? I think it's Panthers, Browns, and Cardinals. Cardinals, Panthers, and Browns. If they win the next 3 games, they're 9-4 and sitting very pretty. Maybe 2 more wins gets them a wild card or right into the playoffs, or maybe even 10-7 gets them there in a wild card berth, or 11-6. So they don't need to necessarily win this game. They can win. They can lose this one, win the next 3, win maybe 2 more, and they have a schedule that maybe that's possible. And if they do that, then they can get into the playoffs. Winning the division is going to be very tough with how the Seahawks and how the Rams are playing. But if the Niners can somehow win this game, if they can somehow win this game and then win the game against the Seahawks, they can win the division potentially. They can potentially win the division, but. Yeah, I don't know. That's getting way ahead of ourselves. I've been playing Pokemon Legends ZA, and I'm going to be playing Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment on Thursday. So that's going to be fun. All right, take it easy. Gloria, thanks for coming out. Big love to Gloria Combo Breaks. 172 on the board. Shout out to Gloria with the big 60. I appreciate you, young lady. NFC is going to be tough to get to the playoffs. It is going to be tough. You got a lot of good teams that are hovering around, 5-6 wins, 4, 5, or 6 wins right now. So it's going to be tough. Niners are good. No, you're using reverse psychology. You know good and well that the Niners are not going to win this game. You know good and well that they're not going to. The Rams are hungry. They want revenge. They felt screwed out of what happened. I'm not picking the Niners to win. This is the first time this year that I'll pick the Niners to lose outside of the Buccaneers game. I picked them to lose versus the Buccaneers. I'm gonna pick them to lose versus the Rams here. So yeah, man. I'm picking them to lose. These sales literally killed every YouTuber's grifter. Yeah, I haven't seen the usual suspects. Can I get a 10-1 odds on the 49ers play the Titans? Oh, man. Oh, JK Payne. Yeah, I mean, if the Niners lose that game, I'll be very upset. But they shouldn't. I mean, the Titans are an absolute mess right now. So yeah. You guys know our plays. We can't win. Stop it. We didn't know your plays the first time we played. Dude, the only reason why we won is because a freaking one punch man at the freaking goal line. Come on now, man. We got 2 lucky fumbles that are probably not going to happen again in the red zone. Yeah, you're going to lose. If you have 2 fumbles in the red zone, yeah, you're probably going to lose the game. So do you really expect there to be 2 fumbles in the red zone, one at the 1-yard line where they punch the ball out, where he gets punched in the face and punches the ball out at the same time? I mean, come on. That's not happening. And Niners don't get interceptions. They decided that they don't think that interceptions are a good stat this year. So I don't see how the Niners win this game. I really don't. I really don't see how the Niners win this game. Outside of, once again, ground and pound, maybe get, you know, a turnover, but I don't see it. I'm not seeing it. Hey, what's up, Tyler Foster? Yeah, it's been a while, man. Frauds can't make up. Yeah, can't lie anymore about the sales numbers. The sales numbers are in. Switch 2 sold 10.36 million. So you can't lie. You can't lie about it. You can't lie about it. You can't sit there. Can't sit there and say that it was this or it was that. The truth is there. The truth is out there. Overall, man, the truth is there. So that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. You know. So yeah. Tush push bad next season or not? Probably not. Let's see here. Falcons got beat by 1-7 Dolphins team. They literally suck right now because Zach Robinson and Raheem Morris. I think they just need to refocus. Penix is hurt, so I think once they got to get back, you know, get Penix back healthy, then maybe they can make a run. Do you think the punch should have been a flag? No, because I think that if you're just swiping across and a guy is lowering their head, if you're swiping for the ball and a guy lowers their head, then that's their fault that they got punched. You know, that's not anybody's fault but him. But you can come up and tackle somebody in that type of way. He didn't try to punch him in the head. He was going for the tackle, and he happened to be that low and punched him in the head. I don't think that's the reason why he fumbled, though. I mean, that might have been maybe a little part of it, but I think he fumbled because the guy hit the ball right there. If anything, the punch to the face should have actually broken some of the momentum of the punch out. So that's really on the running back for not holding it secure enough, because the momentum should have been broken a little bit by that. If it was a clean no punch and he just hit the ball, it would have been out. It would have still been out, you know, regardless. Hey, what's up, the Great Wild? Welcome to the stream. I'm calling it that Jimmy G is gonna screw over the Rams. Dude, I really hope they put Jimmy G in. I hope Jimmy G goes in. That would be like my favorite thing to happen, would be if Jimmy G went in. That's why he has a helmet. There you go. That's why you have a helmet to protect him. And if you just punch somebody out of nowhere and you're not actually going for the ball, then yeah, then that's a flag. But not just going for the ball. And the running back was too high when hitting the hole. His form was off. I think he had the ball because he was running like straight like this. I think Collins came from his right, of his right, the running back's right. So I think he had the ball like this. If you're getting the ball and you're going like a little bit off center, the ball he should have been like this. The protection should have been coming from here. I don't think the ball should have been like this. So I think that was the problem. That was part of the problem. But it was up the middle, so not really, you know. Oh, snap. That set again? Yo, with the 33 dono. What is good, baby?
You got the total wrong, lol. 27 plus 33 on the count board would have been 60 technically speaking, lol, but now I have tied on the board.
Ah.
With Glorious, so another one we breaking limits today.
Let's go.
Request Spider-Man X-Men Arcade's Revenge Gambit stage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. Is that 205 on the board? I think so. 205 on the board. Did I mess up? Man, all right. We got Glory on here. I mean, we got you though. I think you got Glory because you did 27 too, right? So that ties you up with her. Let's go. Shout outs to Vadset. We out here combo breaking. Hey yo. And you guys know the deal. We out here with the limit breaks, peeps, boys and girls, limit breaker. Shout out to Vadset, man. Thank you so much, brother. Hit him with the combo breaks, man. You guys are out here today. Y'all tired of the grifting stuff, too? I think we're all kind of tired of the grift stuff, bro. We all tired. If you guys are tired of the grift stuff, let me know in the chat. We're all tired of that stuff, man. The Ved says, know you're rolling. Shut your mouth. What's up, house gang? Long time no see, fam. Do you PS5 Pro still a scam? I'm thinking I'm getting a PS5, but not sure if I should just get one based on the PS5 and the disk drive. Well, here's the thing. I think that it's scammy-ish that Sony is charging $80 for a disc drive. But I do think that if you play PS5, now this is why I don't have PDS, which would be PlayStation Derangement Syndrome. This is the reason why I don't have PlayStation Derangement Syndrome. I can sit here and say, you know what, for me, it's kind of scammy because I have a big physical library. However, I can separate myself from you, and I can sit there and say, you know what, if you like PS5 a lot, if you play a lot of PS5 games, it might be worth it to get the system plus the disc drive because it's a powerful system. It's very good on frame rates and resolution and all that good stuff. There's some upgrades to games. And once again, it's going to get you great performance. And if you're not going to be an early adopter of PS6, PS5 Pro is going to be plenty supported. A lot of games will probably have PS5 Pro versions more than what we get now because they're going to be putting games on PS6, right? So then they're going to support PS5 Pro a lot. So you're probably going to be able to get a lot of mileage even with next generation with the PS5 Pro. So I would say that for you, it might not be a scam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if you play a lot of PS5 games, it's completely fine. And I'd say pick it up, you know? I would say get it, you know? PDS, let's see here. This doesn't sound good. Yeah. But I'm just saying, whatever the equivalent would be for PlayStation, I don't have that. I can separate my own issues from the company, from what I buy, from what I suggest to somebody else. I don't have to be all crazy because there's certain things that I don't like, you know? Even when Sony decided to, you know, clap my channel, that doesn't mean I was like, okay, you guys should not do things or you guys shouldn't buy PS4 or whatever, you know? So yeah. Theme X, yeah, I got you. Shout out to Justin, appreciate that. Remember, if you drop a dono, put that music request in there and I got you. Theme X. But yeah, I mean, I have a PS5 Pro with the disc drive. I'll keep it a buck though, guys. I would not have one if my PS5 didn't break, but I was like, I needed a PS5. The Walmart had a PS5 Pros in there, and I was like, let me just go ahead and get this because I'm gonna be reviewing games and playing games on here anyway, and I don't think I'm gonna be an early adopter of PS6. So for me, I was like, this can be my PS6 for right now because I know Sony's probably gonna announce something in the next couple of years. So yeah. OJ's, I don't give a bleep mode when it comes to PlayStation. That's his secret. That's kind of the mode that I'm in with a lot of things, bro. Like, it's not worth getting super crazy about, you know? Like, it's not worth getting super crazy about. You can make videos, you can say stuff, you can do whatever, but I'm not going to be sitting here bashing the PS5 Pro 24/7 because I didn't like that. I mean, I can make videos all day. It's not hard. Like, I can sit here and grift and make a bunch of and get a bunch of subs off hating on PlayStation if I really felt like it, but why would I do that? I don't have a problem. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I made my video. I think I made 2. I made that. I did not like the fact that they're a premium system. They're charging, like, a disc drive should be included. I'm not a fan of all digital systems. I think there should be disc drives in all systems. I'm not a fan. I don't care if it's Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo. I'm going to call that as a scammy. If you have to pay $80, they're almost $100 or, you know, going on 100 or whatever, $80 plus tax. You got to pay $80 plus for a simple disc drive, you know? So I don't like it, but, you know, that's okay. Like, for some people, it's going to be fine. It'll be worth it. You can make that money up in, you know, if you buy physical games and you get a discount, you can make up ways. You can make up ways to make that money back or whatever, right? So if you're into PS5, I think it's worth it. But like I said, for me, that was kind of scammy, but, you know, whatever. How much did it set you back? I mean, you can do the math, right? It was $700. And then it's California tax on that, and then it's $80 for the disc drive, and also California tax on that. So when you do the math, you can do the math. So that's $780 before tax. So that's $800 plus with tax. That's $870, $870. It's definitely up there. It's getting up there. It was a lot. It was definitely a lot. I was on Top Ramen that week, guys. I was on Top Ramen. My wife was like, what is this box? Why are you buying more games? So, let's see. Puka might not play in the game. Niners going to take it, calling it. Puka might not play in the game. Okay. Ayuk's not playing in this game. Purcell might not play in this game.
How many people, Michael Williams, their standout rookie, might not play in this game. That made plays in the Rams game against you guys. He might not play. Bosa's not playing in this, or Michael's not playing. Bosa's not playing in this game. Fred Warner's not playing in this game. That made plays against you guys as well. Fred Warner made many plays. What are you talking about? You're talking about one guy, Puka. You guys have a bunch of guys. You have Tutu Atwell. You guys have your tight end that's pretty good. You guys have your running back. You guys have 2 good running backs. You guys have Matthew Stafford, who's still dealing. You guys have Devontae Adams. What are you talking about? So what if Puka doesn't play? You act like that's like a big deal. It's a big deal, but bro, what? The whole Niners team isn't playing. I don't want to hear anything about Puka. He's a great player, and obviously he's incredible. But you guys still have many, many, many weapons across the board. Stop. I'm at the point where I just don't care most about the gaming nonsense that happens. The most passionate I was with Mario Kart World early update. Oh yeah, you got fired up about that Mario Kart World. So they really need to put something crazy on PS6 for me to buy it. I mean, the crazier it is, though, the more expensive it's going to be. So what else can you do? All you can do is enhance PSSR. So enhance PSSR and make that better. All you can do is just enhance what you got. Make the system more strong. Probably add more haptic feedback stuff. Probably add some like better touchscreen stuff or touchpad stuff. New technology there, but the more tech you add, the more R&D you spend, and the more tech, the more expensive it could potentially be. So it's a delicate balance for sure. Very delicate balance. So yeah, you gotta remember those are also a business expense for me. It is a business expense, but still, I still don't want to do it. It's a business expense, I agree, but I still don't want it. It still feels like, so I gotta wait to get that back. So while you're right, it is a business expense, and that there's no denying that compared to obviously people that it's not a business expense. But if you're, man, I'm telling you, fam, listen. I've been talking to people. All of a sudden, everybody got a business these days. You got gamers that don't do YouTube. All of a sudden, oh yeah, I expensed it too. Like how? You know what? Ever since, we got certain people in office, man, there's a lot of leniency going around when it comes to how you do your taxes. All of a sudden, everybody got business expenses, bro. Everybody got all. So, I mean, if you're crafty enough, you can expense everything you buy too. You don't even got to be a YouTuber. Just gotta work for somebody. All of a sudden, you got a side job, all of a sudden, oh yeah, I play for that guy's channel. And, I play, he pays me a little, but, I gotta, all of a sudden now you got business expenses too. Some people are crafty as hell, fam. I'm telling you. Don't be surprised if you meet people up and they expensing everything as well. They ain't gonna say nothing though. Oh man, I'm gonna get copyrighted to heck and back with this. So don't be surprised. No, you can write off the whole thing. Like any business, but you can put the whole thing in there. You can put the whole thing in there. You don't got to do. It's like certain things that you have to do percentages from. Do you think there will be any PS6 exclusives when the PS6 comes out? Oh yeah, of course. I think Sony will have some exclusives. I think Sony will definitely have some exclusives for sure. Let me put that set. You're the Stream Ninja, so let me make sure I get your. And I spelled. Did I spell stream wrong? No, I did it. Shout out to that set. Let's go. 33 on there. My bad, bro. I know I haven't had you up here for a while. Let me get you up on here. Get you up on here. I made jewelry on the side. There you go. You need to expense the video games because you're, that's just part of the job description. What's with all the missed field goals, especially closer distance field goals? Is it just me? See this almost every week from at least one NFL team. Well, not my team because Pinero's been money. Dinero Pinero. So he's been great. Oh yeah, having a good tax person, goated for sure. Is there any numerical data around from game distribution is leading the way in any region? I'm not sure. There probably is, but I'd have to really research that. I'm a businessman. Bloodborne remake or sequel to PS6 launch title, calling it here. Hey, that'd be awesome. 49ers Rams prediction. My prediction is Rams win
And I'm going to go with somewhat by double digits. I'm going to go Rams win 31 to 17. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams. 31 to 17 Rams. So what's it called? Jimmy G is your trump card. Yeah, dude, I hope Jimmy G plays. I hope Stafford, you know, gets a bad tummy ache. Not that he gets injured, but I hope he gets a bad tummy ache before the game and he can't play. And Matthew Stafford comes in, and Matthew Stafford has tummy aches for the rest of the year. Like I said, not injured, but tummy aches, like bad tummy aches. So, you know, I think Jimmy G has to just take the reins, you know, and show him how to get it done. They're making a holiday buying vid. I don't know about a holiday buying vid, but I think I'm gonna make a RPG vid. Surprise! Surprise! Surprise, motherfuckers! Oh man, OJ, the reverse psychology won't work on the Niners. The Niners are gonna win. You're doing okay. Your reverse psychology isn't gonna win either, Nick 93. Because last time you were so confident, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go into it the other way around now. No. What do you think? I'm an amateur, fam? Your reverse psychology isn't gonna win either. I know what you're trying to do right now. I know what you're trying to do, and it's not gonna work, fam. Rams winning 31 to 17. I'm calling it right here. Double-digit victory for the Rams. Matthew Stafford cements his MVP status in this game. 3 tutties. Devontae Adams gets a tutty. Couple tutties for Kyron Williams, and the Rams make a statement to keep the #1 spot in the NFC West. What's your least favorite Zelda game, and what do you think about today's Metroid trailer? We still haven't watched that Metroid trailer. Let's watch it. And my favorite, I got a top 10 Zelda games coming up, so I'll let you know once that video's out. But you know, I don't like Triforce Heroes and stuff like that. So, all right, let's watch this trailer. Like I said, we still have not watched this trailer today. What's going on here? Why does Nintendo haters like Nintendo said ship don't equal sold? Oh my god, are you serious? Did he really make a damage controlling video talking about shipped versus sold? You're not serious. Was that today, Lucas? Oh my gosh. I really hope that's not the case, fam. I really hope that's not the case, dude. I really hope. Because this is it's pure copamine at this point. It's pure copamine. Pure copamine. I hope that wasn't today. I hope that wasn't today. I hope that was a different day. I hope that was a different day. I hope it was. This is a trap game. 49ers will win. This is not a trap game. No, it was a community. No video. It was a community post. Give me the deets on the. I'm not gonna give me the deets. Give me an accurate summary of what was said. Like, you don't got to do it word, but just the main. Give me an accurate summary of what was said. This guy is a fraud. This guy is a fraud because everybody does shipped units sold to retailers. Sony says shipped units. I've never heard him complain about Sony sales being shipped. That 80 million that they talked about, that is shipped units because they sell the units to the retailers, then the retailers then sell them. Sold through is a different thing, but sold through is very hard to kind of gauge at this point because we're already in October, okay? We're in October, or we're already in November, and whatever units Nintendo shipped out have probably already sold through or even sold more. So you give the number as of September, not as of the most recent. You give it a month ago or so, right? Because then that gives it time to actually sell through what you shipped. So their number that they sold is 10.36 million. Pure cope. Pure cope on his end. Listen, man. I've got to make a short on this. Somebody give me the actual what was said, and then I've got to make. This. It's time to stop, dude. It's time to stop, man. Like, no, seriously. Like, it's hold up. Give me a second here, guys. Give me 1 second here. Let me get this back. Let's see here. Shout outs to Alex M. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. Let me wait for Dank to give me an accurate description of what was said. And we'll watch this Metroid Prime 4 trailer. Actually, let's watch the Metroid Prime 4 trailer, then somebody can give me that accurate. And like I said, don't fudge it up, guys. Like, don't add stuff. Just give me an actual paraphrase in 200 characters or maybe even 400 characters. Use two messages so we can talk about this, because that is insane. Okay, let's discuss. Let's go to reaction. All right. Metroid Prime 4 trailer. Let's go. Hold up. I messed up, guys. Give me a second. My bad. I wanted to get maybe a short going with this, so you guys can check it out later, too, for me. All right, hold up. All right, guys. Metroid Prime 4 trailer. Samus coming through. New trailer. Survive. Music's hitting. The Samus cycle. The new Samus suit. Viola. Ooh, it's looking nice. The effects. Switch 1 and Switch 2 putting in work. Psychic powers. Look at them lighting. That lighting, baby. Dangerous. Scanning. Got the scan coming. Boss battle. Look how great it looked in third person. The Akira. Silas. Woo! December 4th. There's your marketing. It's starting, baby. I gotta buy these amiibos too. I want to get some of them. I want to get the motorcycle amiibo. I don't know if I bought that one already or not, but yeah. Metroid Prime 4 looking really good. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to do pretty well for Metroid, and I cannot wait to see more. But they don't need to show too much more. I don't want any spoilers in this piece, man. So anyway, it's looking good though. It's looking one of the best looking games on the Switch 2. Even as a Switch 1 game, put the Switch 2. This is easily one of the better looking games out there. It looks great. So all thumbs up for Metroid Prime 4. Okay, shout outs to Alex. Nah, the posters from Nintendo was before the quarterly report, so he was kind of doing some preemptive damage control? Hey, shipped units don't equal sold units. Yeah, that's some preemptive damage control. That's some Man, that guy's crazy, fam. Like, this dude definitely kind of crazy. I have a big feeling the ship numbers is higher in anticipation for Pokemon and an economic situation. Oh, it'll be interesting to see what they ship versus actually sold in the holiday. Well, we're not going to know what they're, sold through. So, we don't get their next report because it's going to be October, November, December. So then all of January is going to go by. And I think it's February, right? Is that when the next time that we get the next report? So the next report isn't going to be for a while till February. But it should be a massive number. So Nintendo's saying that they're going to have, 19 million units by March of 2026. So I'm pretty sure that they've sold through 10 million units at this point. I don't think it's just shipped. I think it's actually, they've sold those, just because, once again, you see so many people picking up the Pokemon, bundle. You see so many people on Amazon. You can actually see, even in your distribution areas, how much the Switch 2 is selling. It's the #1 selling system. It's selling 30K plus just in my distribution center. So you added up other people's distribution networks, how much it sold. You're adding 30K, 20K, 50K, 10K, whatever the case is. It's selling a ton on Amazon. It's selling, from what I understand, some of my contacts that I do have overall, selling very good at Best Buy. Walmart's, Target's not as good. Walmart not as good, but Best Buy very well at Best Buy's. People are just going there to buy it. So overall, like, it's doing good. Like, I don't understand. Like I said, this is NDS, man. He's got NDS. He's got a severe case of NDS where you're damage controlling before the sales even come out, you know, because you know good and well that it's going to be a big number, you know, and you've been lying to your audience this whole time. You've been telling them that it's not selling. Nobody's picking it up. And it's the fastest selling system. And once again, all the other systems do the same thing. You know, all the other systems also do the same thing. They all have shipped units. They all have shipped units, man. So yeah, they all have shipped units. So it's one of those things, man. Yeah, we're just gonna ban this guy here. So thanks for coming out to the stream, though. I appreciate you, man. Sony does it. They all have the numbers that shipped. So I don't want to hear this shipped versus sold, because you didn't do that with Sony. You didn't do that with Microsoft. You don't do that with anybody else. But now you want to bring that up here. Get this nonsense out of it. This is why this is NDS, man. Goalpost shifting, goalpost moving. Now you're going, oh, it's shipped, it's not sold. Like, damage controlling. No video today, too, by the way. No video today. Imagine if the Switch 2 was selling selling terrible. Imagine if it barely sold more than the 3 million it sold at launch. Ooh, there would have been videos up instantly. These people are crazy, bro. These people are so upset. Like, you like I said, there's nothing wrong with critiquing what you don't like. Critique the actual sales. Critique, you know, critique the actual gameplay, critique all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, do all that stuff, but stop lying about sales numbers. Stop manipulating sales numbers. I don't understand the sales manipulation. There is plenty to critique. There is plenty to grift. You can grift Power World all day. You can grift Power World 24/7. You can grift Power World. You can grift Nintendo Switch 2 editions. You can grift graphics. You can grift pricing. You can grift everything. There are so many things. You can say somebody's evil. All you got to do is put Miyamoto's evil and put it on a say Mario's, you know, whatever is evil, and you've got grift bait right there. You don't have to lie about sales. Like, I don't understand the sales line. I don't get that. That's what I don't get. You know? So I don't understand that, man. That makes no sense to me. In my opinion. So I don't get that. But it is what it is. Make sure you guys hit that like button, though, if you have not hit that like button. Hit that like button. Shout outs, man. I don't get it. Nobody is talking about oh wait. I don't get it. Nobody's talking about how many units PS5 is shipping or sold. Why do these content creators get so mad about Switch 2 sales numbers? It's just so weird. I don't know, because they're wrong. Once again, it's big ego, man. A lot of these guys got an ego. They've been making grift content. They've been saying the Switch 2 is going to fail. It's going to flop. It's not going to do this. It's going to be bad. And then they come out and then they're wrong. So then therefore, this is the cope. This is the coping mechanism when you're wrong, and when you can't take it that you're wrong. This is what you do. You get very, very upset that you're wrong, and you make excuses. And you sit there and try to act like it's not this or it's not that. But once again, even if you compare it to the, like, let's just say that it's shipped and there's like 1 million plus shipped. That's still the fastest selling system by a country mile. That's still the fastest selling system. Oh, the PS5 I think sold 7.8 million in the first 4 months. The PS4 sold 7.5 million in the first 4 months, or those might have been flipped, but they didn't do over 8 million. So even if you want to say, okay, they ship too many and they're just sitting in store shelves, like, you make up stuff, nobody's buying them, dude, that is still, like, let's just say you take off 1 million or you take off 2 million, that would still be above that would still be, let's just say 2 million. If you take off 2 million off the top over shipping, that would still be 8.36 million. That's still above the PS4 and the PS5 in the same time frame. That is still double, or not double, that is still 40%, because I think the Switch, oh, actually almost double. Not quite, though. Actually, yeah, almost. Not quite, though. The Switch 1 was 4.57 million in the first 4 months. So that's still significantly higher than the Switch 1. That is still higher than the PS4 and the PS5, which are the best of all time. Well, the PS4 and the PS5 are the best of all time in terms of sales rate, how fast it sold. So even if you take off if you want to sit there and make up, make up stuff, the damage control, it doesn't matter. It still would be one of the fastest selling systems, even outside of that. without all the first party or without all the third party support that that Sony got with the PS4 and the PS5. So this is stupid. This is silly. This is silly to me. This is silly to me, at least. I'm trying to get some music, and I cannot find any on my list. I don't know what happened here. I'm trying to get some music. All right, here we go. Project Cross Zone. All right. Oh, hold up. I want to do this one. Post recently was just a winking emoji. Oh, does he think he's right or something? All he posted recently was a winking emoji. LOL. Does he think he's right or something? I think he realized that he just scams people for thousands of dollars in grifting. I think that's what he's winking for. He's winking for because he might have to start working on those retrospectives again if he wants to get those views. Because I mean, without it would have been a lot better business wise if the Switch 2 would just flop and fail like he said. But business wise, I mean, I don't know if you're gonna make as much money trying to sit there trying to convince your audience that 10.36 million, which is almost 3 million above what the PS4 almost 3 million above what the PS4 did, PS4 and PS5 did. I think it's harder and harder to get that done without people calling you a clown, in that sense. So I think he's probably thinking about the career change, or maybe he's thinking about what retrospective I need to do next instead of sitting here and grifting, because he can't grift tonight. Tonight was going to be a payday. Tonight could have been a payday. You know what I'm saying? Like, tonight could have been a payday, man. If the sales were bad, if Nintendo hadn't sold much more than that, they said over 6 million. I think in July they came out and said, oh yeah, we sold over 6 million. So if it was only like 7 million or something like that, if it was a below PS4, and below PS5, there could have been a big grift right there. That was a $1,000 payday. That was a good $500 to $1,000 video right there, man. But now you can't do it. Us bum Nintendo content creators that are struggling with views. We can go and get our little measly views against Mr. King views over here. All bow down. Oh man, you're so good. You're so good at YouTube, dude. So that was a good video for today, man. Can't get that done. I mean, you could just talk about the actual sales numbers. You could just be honest and just be truthful. And just be, actually be realistic, like most people are, that know the sales numbers, that look at it and that are fair. You can just be like, oh yeah, the sales numbers were good. The sales numbers were pretty good. They had a good, it's still the fastest selling system. This is before the holiday. Pokemon is definitely helping with sales. Donkey Kong Bonanza sold well. You can just be honest. What's wrong with that? Is there anything wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. I think people with integrity would just be honest. Whether you like it or not, you could just be honest, I guess but I guess that's not in the picture. That's not in the cards. You got to find some type of way to twist it. You got to find some type of way to lie to your audience or to manipulate to your audience. It's not good enough to just simply say the truth. It's not good enough. So yeah, man. Yeah. Let's see here. It says, man, y'all need to stop defending anti-consumer companies. Who's defending anti-consumer companies? Who's defending that? Every single company is anti-consumer, if that's the case. Microsoft, Sony, every company is anti-consumer. Nobody's defending anything. What we're talking about is the truth with the actual numbers. Nobody's defending anything, but all companies are anti-consumer. All of them. I can bring up a million things that Microsoft does. I can bring up a million things that Sony's does. I can bring up stuff that Valve's done. I can bring up stuff that lots of companies do. So nobody's defending anything. We're simply just saying the truth we need to say the truth. That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking, once again, I already said this before. Maybe you missed it, SW. Oh, I don't know if you're still here, but if you're still here, I said actual critique is fine. I said that multiple times. So I said, let me be clear. I said that multiple times. Critiquing is fine. I have no problem with saying, hey, they're not offering enough content, like Donkey Kong, or not Donkey Kong, but they're not offering like the Nintendo Switch 2 editions for like that. Pricing for Mario Kart Worlds, or, if you don't like the fact that, I don't know, maybe you can't customize the background of your Switch 2, or maybe you don't like the fact that there's like certain games, like how they play Mario Kart World. Oh, there's just straight lines. Like, I don't have any problem. I have not made a single thing a defense against people that are actually having legitimate critiques against it. All I'm talking about is people lying about sales numbers to make themselves feel better. That's all I'm talking about. I'm not talking about defending a company. I'll do this for any company when it comes to sales numbers. You don't lie about sales numbers. You don't lie. Tell the truth. Critique is fine. I critique too. I critique certain things. I critique game key cards. I've critiqued lots of stuff. But let's not lie. Let's be honest here. So I think some of you guys can't see the difference between legit criticism and like lying, like, or manipulating numbers, you know? So yeah, it's not about, nobody's defending that. You can critique, that's fine. I have no problem with him or anybody else doing that. I want to make sure that I'm very clear on that, because I know I said it before, but I guess I haven't said it in a while. I want to make sure that I'm very clear. There ain't no videos of me going after anybody else that has a simple, regular critiques. I might have a silly comment on Twitter or something like that, but I don't got any videos of people just critiquing normally, unless they're lying. But when it comes to, like, I only say something when it comes to, like, people that are manipulating sales numbers. That's the only thing that I go this hard on. I don't go hard on people that just, what do I say all the time here? When somebody says, oh, this person said this, I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's their opinion. How many times have I said it's their opinion? It's their opinion. It's fine. I say it to Monado Mario all the time. It's their opinion. It's fine. That's what they think. It's no big deal. It's okay. Who cares? That's what they feel like. I understand. I get where they're coming from. Nintendo could do that better. It's understandable. Blah, blah, blah. I've done that a million times. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody's sitting here defending, like, saying that you can't, is against that, or saying, oh, we're defending that. No. We're talking about the actual truth of the numbers. People manipulating things and saying, and like I said, going into the deranged territory where you're sitting there and saying, nobody's buying it. That's the reason why it's terrible. This is why the reason why they suck. Like, going on all this stuff that's not true. That's what we're talking about here, fam. Hopefully you can separate the two. Hopefully you can. Let's see here. For some reason, Samus Go Through the Desert gave me some Monster Hunter Wilds vibes. Oh, yeah, maybe because of the sand and stuff. Yo, Finn, thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Appreciate it. Let's see. So to Mr. Davis too, not just me. Yes, that's true. I also say that to Mr. Davis quite a bit, man. I also say that to Mr. Davis. No big three, just the big Ed. No, we can't allow them to succeed or go against the confirmation bias, and we adore the ROG ally. Shouldn't we be happy that Nintendo is succeeding? Well, some people think that you shouldn't be because it's anti-consumer and it's against your own feelings. But once again, I'll say this once and I'll say it again. There's too many people that want to turn into Martin Luther activists, Martin Luther gamer on Twitter on here. If you feel that there's something that's not good, that's fine. That's on you. But that doesn't mean you zap somebody else's joy out of it. How many times have I said today, if you like Steam Deck, love it, live it, breathe it, whatever, blah, 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 blah. The only time I go after people is when they start coming after me and start accusing me of stuff. Oh, you're shilling, or you're fanboying, or you're this one. It's like, okay, now we're gonna start having to bring up facts. That's the only time that I do that. Outside of that, I say, live whatever you play, whatever you want, enjoy it. I don't want Steam Deck. I have a lot of issues with PC handhelds, with PC, with Steam Deck, and I can list them. I can go on and on about them. I did. But that doesn't mean I want it to fail. That doesn't mean I want it. There's things that I feel is anti-consumer. I think that having no physical option at all is anti-consumer. I don't think that's good for consumers. Hell, that's not good. Oh, but it's not that big of a deal to other people. Okay, though, that's you. If it's no big deal to you, that's for you. But for me, it's a problem. It's a little bit of a deal. I mean, like, zero physical option whatsoever. I don't like that for PC handhelds. Okay, that's their thing. That's fine. It's no big deal. That's what they do on PC handhelds. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be Martin Luther activist, Martin Luther gamer, and sit there and say everybody should hate that and everybody should, oh, I'm not going to do all that. If you don't care about it, then you don't care about it. That's it. So I want to make sure I'm very clear on that. People are allowed to like what they want, and I'm happy if Steam Deck does really well. I'm happy for Gabe Newell. I'm happy for Steam Deckers. Have fun, have at it. If Lenovo does well. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit here and make up lies about the sales because I want it to do well. I'm not going to sit here and act like it ain't selling like booty, because it is. a lot of these PC handhelds compared to Switch 2, compared to Switch 1, compared to whatever you want to compare it to, selling like booty. And we had plenty of people like IGN, like other content creators that were sitting there and saying that Lenovo, Steam Deck, Legion Go, whatever, was going to take over. We have articles, the information, the facts, the videos are out there. So that's when I kind of step in and say, well, hold up here. Let me talk about that, because it's not. Because you guys are capping. And what happened? They were capping crunching, right? Were they not wrong? People that said that, oh, the Steam Deck is gonna beat out the Switch 1 back when when that was coming out. No, it got clapped. It got clapped harder than Thanos. It got Thanos snap clapped. It got Mega. You know when Mega Man dies? You know when Mega Man gets hit and he bursts into, I used to think that was crazy. Like, why can't he just fall over? This man bursts into balls, into yellow or light white, and splits into multiple pieces. That's crazy, fam. Like, why you gotta die like that? why you gotta die like that? Man, bro, they got Thanos snapped. Legitimately, the first 3 days. You know? Got Thanos snapped overall. So, I'm just talking about the facts with the sales numbers, because people were trying to sit there and trying to get, weird with that and trying to act like Steam Deck and all that stuff was gonna outsell it. No, it's not, and you know it's not. It's an opinion, but you know good and well it's not, because we've seen the numbers already. We've seen what Steam Deck has sold. We've seen what we know. It's getting outsold by the Switch 1. So, what's up, Thomas? I think I did miss your comments. The mixed products I like, I give them money in exchange for products I will continue to do is no longer until they no longer make things I like. That's my relationship with them. People are weird. Exactly. I don't have some type of para social relationship. They make something, if I like it, I buy it. If I don't like it, I don't buy it. And that's the start and stop of it. Like, that's where it starts, that's where it stops, man. That's it. There ain't no more than that. You know?
By the way, I completely forgot until I refreshed my mind, but IGN gave the ROG Ally an 8, but guess what, it had a problem where it burned people's micro SD cards and the SD slot would break. Lol.
Hey, this thing can completely fry your SD card, but 8 out of 10. Higher than Switch 2. Let's go. 8 out of 10 higher than Switch 2. OJ is honest about the industry. He could afford every system handheld. He doesn't show. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can get everyone. I have pretty much, I don't have all the PC handhelds. I have all the platforms. Like, I have Xbox Series X. I have, PS5. I have Switch 2, obviously. I have all the previous gen systems. I have all the main systems. I don't have all, like, some of the obscure systems out there, but I have all the main Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo systems over the years. But yeah, like, I tell it how it is, man. Gambit, I just tell it how it is. I like Nintendo, obviously. I like RPGs, so I'm gonna talk about those more than anything, because that's what you have to do. Like, in this industry, in this line of work, I wish I had an editor, which I don't. Sometimes I want to get an editor, but I don't trust the person to edit the way that I want to edit, So, like, for me, I do all my work. I do what I do. I talk about what I want to talk about, because I don't have room to talk about a bunch of other things if people aren't going to be interested in it. People like my channel for my Nintendo content, for my RPG content. That's what they watch. I've done a lot of intensive research on this. I would love to talk about Microsoft and Sony games more if I could. I would love to. But unfortunately, it's a one-man operation here for the most part. And I've got shorts to do. I've got regular editing to do. I've got live streaming to do. And I'm going to talk about stuff that I like the most. I also don't have time to play all the games. I used to have time. If you remember my channel at the beginning, I did all sorts of stuff. Back when, no kids. Or back when it was a lot easier, when I don't have kids and I don't have all these obligations and household, or I'm out of my mom's house or whatever. I did a lot more stuff back then because it was a lot easier. I had more time, Now in today's day, bro, I don't got time for nothing. I got a terrible 2 that's acting incredibly terrible when it comes to being 2. I got a terrible 2 he's turning into the Tasmanian devil at times. You know what I'm saying? He's spinning around and he is terrible 2ing if he needs to terrible 2. So I'm taking care of that with my wife. We're doing that. I've got to, obviously take care of household. I got lots of stuff that I got to do. I got tons of editing work to do, my work and some outside work that I do. I've got consultations. I've got meetings. I've got a million different things. I got another older daughter. I've got so much stuff that I got to do. I do not have time to be sitting here and playing a bunch of Microsoft and Sony games and everything. I got to play stuff that really just excites me the most. That's going to gel with my audience. And I've done lots of Xbox and PlayStation content over the years. And regardless, no matter what, it always comes out to where you guys like my takes on Nintendo and RPG stuff because I sound more knowledgeable on those things than Xbox and PlayStation. So that's what I'm going to do. Sure, I would love, like I said, to do a bunch of other stuff, but I can't, you know? So yeah, that's what I focus on, what I know is going to do well. And what I enjoy a lot. I enjoy RPGs and I enjoy Nintendo games, so that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to focus on those two things. So I will play Xbox and PlayStation, like Metaphor Refantasio. I did a full 160-hour, you know, I played that game and I did a full review after 160 hours. How about what else did I do? I did oh god. Well, I played Stellar Blade. I talked about that game a lot, but I played it. I don't think I did a video like review, but I did that. And then SMT5 Vengeance. I played through all that on my PS5. So I played through all Astrobot on my PS5. So when there's something that comes up and I feel like really playing it, I'll play it on there and I'll tell you guys. But that's stuff that you guys like. You guys like platformers. You guys like RPG games. So it's going to be stuff that you guys are, you know, that you guys are with, you know. Something I don't like about Switch 2 discourse is because Nintendo's doing bad thing. You shouldn't support them at all instead of just not supporting that specific thing. Yeah, I mean, that's how most people are. You know, that's how I am with Microsoft or Sony. If there's something that I feel that, you know, I don't like it, I'm not going to support it. And even if I don't like it, it depends. Like I'll rationalize it, you know. Tabby says, you guys are all coming after Nintendo today, man. Do you honestly play all your systems? I bought all three. I find a couple of them collect dust. No, I don't play all my systems. I don't play my Xbox Series, and I don't play my PS5 as much anymore. Since the Switch 2 came out, I don't play my PS5 as much. I did play a ton of PS5 this year because I was playing Assassin's Creed. I was playing Atelier, Yumiya. I put almost 190 hours into Clair Obscur Expedition 33. So I put a ton of time into my PS5 earlier this year. But once Switch 2 came out, I mean, I was just playing. I mean, obviously I was playing Mario Kart. I was playing Rune Factory. I was playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. Then I was playing Trails in the Sky. I was playing Silk Song. I mean, it's like, there was all the stuff that I know I was going to play. But of course I'm going to play it on Switch 2 so I can play it anywhere that I want. Which I have to do that because my son's room is down the hall, and he wants me to be in the room with him sometimes so I can change his Coco Melon or whatever he's watching. So I like to have my Switch 2 there so he can sit down and play and I can play there. So I can't even be in this room here, you know, my office, you know, so I can't even play PS5 like that. So Switch 2 is better for me so I can go into, like, you know, or if he wants to go to the living room. I can't have him inside here because he's just going to start grabbing everything. He's going to start grabbing all my games. He's going to start biting everything. He's going to start, you know, messing with everything. So I can't have him inside here with me to hang out. So we got to be in the living room. We got to be in the master bedroom, or we got to be inside his room, you know. So yeah. So for me, Switch 2 fits well, so I can get some time in between, like when he's watching or when he wants to go to the living room or whatever, you know. I played Expedition 33 on my PS5, my PS5 Pro. It's great though. Like I beat the game. I put 90 hours, 90 hours into it. I beat the super secret final boss. So yeah, it's really good. Switch 2 sale announced today. It's good for today. That is good for Switch 2. Yeah, of course, the sales are definitely good for Switch 2, Thomas. Absolutely. Yes. The Switch 2 sales are good. They're good. They're good. They're definitely very good. It's the fastest selling system of all time still, by at least 2 million plus units. So that's definitely good. Well, not 2 million. By 1 point something million. Yeah, 7.8, 8.8, 9.8. Actually, yeah, by at least 2 million. Never mind, I can't count. I cannot count. Have I ever met? I think you met Doc Trey instead of Octrey. Doc Trey in person. I've never met Doc Trey in person though. I still need to play Ninja Gaiden 4. I have it on my PS5 already downloaded. I need to make content on it. So I might stream it like in the marathon stream that I need to plan, because I have not planned that well, guys. I'm sorry. My boy and my my niece and my nephew, they're all having we're having a big old joint birthday thing this weekend. It's been taking a lot of time doing stuff, so Switch 2 is doing good. It's doing good, it's doing good, Thomas. So yeah. Let's see, what am I playing on Switch 2 right now? I've been playing Pokemon Legends ZA. I am gonna get an actual review of Pokemon Legends ZA for you guys, so there will be a full review of that game. $450 doesn't seem that much, to be honest. A Sony or Xbox hybrid would cost more. Yeah, probably. I mean, Steam Deck costs. I mean, if you want the best Steam Decks, that's gonna run you $550 to six something. A Steam Deck OLED or a Steam Deck regular is $400. Doesn't come with 2 controllers. Doesn't come with the dock. Doesn't come with all the cables. So, and that's $450 for the Switch 2, and you get the dock. So yeah. I Switch 2 and PS5 get used almost every day, but my Xbox get used like once a month at that. Yeah. I'd probably use my PS5 more if Sony actually made stuff that I was more interested in. But I think this year is the year that I actually use my what's it called? I actually use my PS5 more. So yeah, because Wolverine is coming out. I definitely want to play Wolverine. And Saros is coming out this year for PS5, so I definitely want to play Wolverine and Saros. And we'll see about GTA 6. I might play that. All thongs considered. If you consider every thong. Oh man, it's all good. I know what you mean. All things considered. Oh man. All right, guys. Today, shout outs to everybody coming out today. Thank you guys so much for the double platinum. Let's do that double platinum limit break. Let's do it one more time. Let's go. Thank you guys so much for the support. Big love to everybody that dropped donos. Justin with the 3. Big love to Justin. Thanks to all the new subs. Vadsent, multiple big donos coming in from Vadsent. Any of the streamers, the Stream Ninja. Actually, I am stupid. I did spell that wrong. It was spelled wrong the whole stream. I knew it. Stream Ninja and Hokage. Vadsent, Gloria. Thank you guys so much for your support. Seriously, that really means a lot to me. Combo breaks to that. Big love to Vadsent once again. Nick 93. Jonathan B with the 74 months. Gloria, of course. Shout outs to Gloria. Huge support, like I said, with Vadsent. Justin, multiple donos throughout the night. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate you, fam. Ben's 310. We out here. B Martin, back at it again as well. George FT with the big dono coming through, too. Sun Gekoga, Nintendo hater. Dean's brother. Multiple donos from Dean's brother and Nintendo hater. Jazzy Jefferson as well. Michael Guerrero. Big love, guys. Chrono Rig. Eric. Shout outs to B Martin once again. Double sevens. Lucky sevens, man. Let's go. Okay. J-Cat. Big love to J-Cat. 10 Dean in Shambles. Clabby 94. Shout outs to Clabby 94. Minato Mario. J-Cat once again. 62 months. Justin. Cyber Taurus. Big dono. Well, that was yesterday, but it's all good. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus. He's the go-to guy. No, my kids didn't dress as Nintendo characters. That's weird. Well, it's not weird. It's not weird. It's just my daughter isn't into Nintendo stuff at all, and my boy's too young. So yeah, combo breaks, guys. We out here. If you have not seen my most recent video, check out my most recent video. Oh man, there's my most recent video, guys. All thongs considered, new inside joke unlocked. New inside joke, man. You gotta consider every single one when you're thinking about things, because you never know. Oh man, shout outs though, guys. Shout outs, man. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys for coming out. Check out my video, like I said. Yeah, man, about to roll out. Hey, big love, that said. Thank you for the multiple donos, man. You and seriously, you and the cool guy, you guys are awesome. I said dusting off the Steam Deck to put it back in the case. That's what I did when I made my video before I sold it. I was like, shined it up, and I was like, in the case, and then to eBay. And I got the people angry. I did the what's it called? Scott Hall, the NW. Do the Razor remote. Said, hey yo. That's what Nintendo did to Switch 2 sales, bro. They put them on. I said, hey yo. Spray painted the back of Gabe Newell's back like switch to the new world order. New Switch 2 order. No. Hit him with that's what I did to the Steam. Oh my, yo, Rip Scott Hall, man. Yo, say hello to the bad guy. So I'm always solo on these shows, man. Ain't nobody want to talk. I'm the bad guy. Oh man, yeah, dude. Hey Chico. Oh my gosh, Nintendo World Order. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But yeah, we sent that on eBay, man. I had to hit him with that. Hit him with the gotta go. All right, guys. Thanks for the support, man. Thanks for the love. Appreciate you guys coming through. And we'll see you guys for the next one. Peace out, homies. Love y'all. Thank you for the support. Shout outs to everybody that dropped donos, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make this thing go. So thank you. We'll see you guys tomorrow for is it Wednesday? Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Maybe not. I might not be streaming. So just maybe not. We'll see. So yeah, shout outs, guys. Appreciate y'all. All right, take it easy. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Yeah, I might not be streaming, but I might stream.